Hey guys, Shop Talk Podcast.
I'm a zero pro guy.
I did it, yeah. I ran a marathon.
The only cranks crew?
Am I the town hero?
3 laps of that are just. What's up, guys?
What the heck is up, guys?
Stole Kyle's line there. Hey guys, Shop Talk Podcast, episode 63. Still couldn't get away from it.
Oh, no.
It's like a tick. Episode 63, highly anticipated episode. We've been gone. Like, we've been on hiatus almost.
It's weird coming back to the studio.
People put up missing signs for us and everything.
The band was not together.
No. We got Soo I-500 recap. Mm-hmm. Me and Dad drove all the way out to Maine, didn't tell anybody.
That's where we got separated.
Yep, that's where the separation came from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we'll get into that. Our trip out east for me and Dad, and then the Soo recap pretty much. And then highlight upcoming the Ditchbanger National this weekend. Stoked.
Like a fire.
Are we doing it all in one?
Yeah, we're going to do it all in one.
Okay.
Yeah, we had thought about maybe breaking this up into 2 episodes with our East Coast trip, but we'll just put it all in one. It don't matter. People are going to listen to 1 or 2, or is it when you just put it all in one? So, started off with shout out to Woody's Traction Products, Shop Talk 10.
Yes.
Save yourself 10% off and free shipping. So we really appreciate that from the Woody's guys. Shout out to Rick Teedy. Talked to him quite a bit this weekend at Soo.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, what?
I raced Park Rapids before the last episode that we did, or after the last episode that we did.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, because we did that one on like a Friday.
Yeah, it was Saturday, and then I raced on Sunday.
Yeah, yep, yeah. Yeah, we've been
gone for a long time.
So yeah, shout out to Woody's Traction. They gave us a Woody's pit coat to give away for the Soo.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, so shout out to Jeff McKay, was the winner of that. He's a Masters 50 rider, so it's pretty cool that we'll actually be able to see a racer using the pit coat at the races. So
Totally.
Pretty cool. And then, so I haven't posted any results like past the top 10 that I figured out because Mandy has been on a trip after the Soo, and I was gone for the Soo. So waiting on Mandy to get back because she is the Excel spreadsheet person that figures it all out. So we'll come up with season points after she gets back and whatnot. We're not doing Iron Dog Fantasy just because I've been gone for 2 weeks. Mandy's going to be gone this next week. So just no time. And Mandy's the tech person.
Yeah.
So, but we do have to give a shout out to the Iron Dog. Shout out Alex Satine, Eric Christensen, and then Wes Selby and Corey Davis.
Gelatine's racing it too.
And Jill Hatine in the what the heck do they call that?
Expedition
class. Yep.
And I seen today they're running the 2025 model.
Yeah. So,
How do they go that long on a motor?
well, I think they have their updated pistons in there now, I would say.
Yeah, I was curious about that.
Oh, I'm sure Alex Hatine's got it figured out.
I'm sure he does too.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it at all.
So I-500, 56th annual. Me and Kyle made the trek out there Tuesday in the Loud Dodge.
Mm-hmm.
The Loud Dodge with the AM FM radio.
Kyle's like, so all we got is radio?
Yep.
It's like, I knew I should have grabbed Brody's Bluetooth thing.
Oh, the cigarette lighter adapter? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't listen to the radio the whole way out there.
Just completely off. Completely
No,
silent.
we had a little bit going.
Oh, my
Just
gosh.
yeah, it was just like hit or miss, you know.
Well, it's
Yeah.
the radio, yeah.
Cutting through there, and then every time I get quiet, I'd be thinking, and then I just start talking around the most random stuff.
I can't remember what the one thing you asked me about. You just come off the wall with just the most random, like, do you believe in gravity? Or just
It's about like our trip home.
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
But
Driving next to the lake, yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. People do, there is conspiracy theories about gravity not being real. So you are coming from somewhere.
I don't believe that one.
Nah, I don't.
Oh yeah, they're completely wrong. But yeah.
That's like the flat earthers. They go to like Antarctica.
Maybe that's what it was because we could see the curve on the lake. Yeah. And Gunner was spitting off the same exact topics the whole ride out there from last year. Literally the same exact things that he said
Same
from
talking
last
points.
year.
We're going.
Coming into Duluth, he said, my ears popped. Yep. You said that last year, the same spot. And then later on down the road, same.
Yeah, going through Ashland. Yeah, I worked over there.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, I stayed at that Super 8.
Yeah, it was all the pipeline in between, here in Duluth. Whole stretch. Worked there. And then I said, yeah, I worked south of here a little ways. And same exact talking points.
Yeah.
The whole way.
Kind of funny. Dad does the same thing.
Yeah. We'll probably do it again next year.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But yeah, and we stopped in Ashland, had lunch with the kid, Jesse Hallstrom.
Mm-hmm.
Met him up there in Ashland. So Kyle, we didn't even talk about like you switched teams that week.
Yeah, Monday.
Going into it,
Monday.
that opportunity arose for you to get on the team of RS Racing, number 17 Arctic Cat.
Yeah.
God, that's how soon it was. Monday, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Monday.
So Kyle switched because we promoted you were going to be with the Northern Crankshaft guys. So
yeah,
I'm sure,
and I was helping him on that Saturday before.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, you got on with Team 17. So we hauled butt out there
As fast as we could go.
as fast as we could
With
go.
a second-gen Dodge and a 29-foot enclosed trailer with 3 sleds in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Dodge is not the powerhouse wagon that people put it up to be.
Yeah, right.
No. Excuse me. So yeah, we made it out there Tuesday night for practice. So Kyle actually got to spin laps Tuesday night.
Yeah. That was
After driving 10 hours and then jump on the sled.
that was pretty cool to see.
You weren't there.
I saw the Snapchats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
So how was it? It's like, how was it getting on the sled, spinning your first laps around the Soo? Like coming into turn 3.
With the most, okay, they said they were nonchalant oval bars, but
Yeah.
they were oval bars. The farthest oval bars you could get. So, the fully cocked ones.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's going to take a minute to get used to.
And they were a little high, too.
Yeah, they were a little high.
Little
A little
high.
high for my liking. Them other guys are probably taller than me. And
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Hayden is a little taller than you.
Yeah, and then like in that rookie practice, like I was sitting in the middle of the sled because like there was like a little hump on the seat.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you could actually sit back here. This is where you're supposed to sit. So,
sure.
So them guys being taller than me, I was just trying to get used to it. But an ungodly first couple of laps, like I was like, I'm not saying anything bad, but it was the first time that sled had been on the ice or for a little bit,
Yeah.
or like, where I could shake it down,
Yeah.
or, a little bit. And yeah, it just was, it was a scary first couple of laps because the sled wasn't doing what I wanted it to do,
Oh, sure.
The sled was driving me. I wasn't driving the
Totally.
sled.
Yeah. It gets a little sketchy when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. So then I was like, man, this just doesn't feel right, So then took a look at a couple things, and this toe out was way off on one side. So dragging to the left the whole time.
Yeah.
And then everybody was running like comp bars and stuff, like a lot of people were. I
Yeah.
could feel it on the ice. So,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
so with a hardcore toad out ski and finding them ruts, it's like bouncing all over the place. And then skid frame didn't feel best, little dog wag on
Did you find yourself like those first couple laps, like looking around at the track, or were you just like feeling the sled out?
There was no looking around. It was get me off of this thing.
There was no like, wow, I'm at the Soo I-500.
There was a little bit. I mean, entering the track before,
Yeah.
like there's like that, but then it like coming around the first corner,
Quickly
like, whoa,
quickly turned into, oh, this is different.
yeah, this thing, wow. But we shook it down and found out, a lot of stuff, and yeah, it turned out to be pretty good.
Huh. Yeah.
It turned out to be a really fast sled.
Yeah, it was. It was fast last year too.
Yeah.
I remember that from last year.
Yeah, it was. I mean, right away, right out of the gate, we were in race trim all weekend, no qualifying setup, nothing like that. And then it was very consistent, 112, 113 all weekend long. So in race trim, that's pretty good.
Yeah, the Cataract Collision guys had the Skidoo out there for Tuesday night practice.
Yep.
Wow.
Another wow.
I believe it was like 102 miles an hour. So then they kind of just pushed that off to the side. It was like lack of test time, R&D. So
Seen a very consistent, like 99, 98 on that thing. Like
on what?
the Skidoo
What do you mean?
on the radar gun.
Oh, they only ran it. I think Troy only ran it for 2 laps.
Yeah, I think we.
Oh, you shot it on the gun? Oh. A lot of different radar gun variations throughout the week
Yeah.
of people saying,
Really?
yeah, from everybody's different radar
Yeah,
guns. And then people are saying times from the front stretch and saying times from the back stretch. And a lot of variations. So then we just go off of the GPS of the data. That was the only thing that we could compare. That was apples to apples. So that's all the guys went off of all week. But yeah, so then Wednesday, Troy qualified the sled for us, P2.
Hell yeah.
So that was pretty damn good. The guys were happy about that.
Totally.
Kind of actually a little surprised, I think they were, because I mean the Polaris's are fast, but Troy DeWald still got it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Like standing in the back there, like coming into 3, like even I can't remember who was telling me, like I was watching Troy and just right to the 3rd bale. I'm like, oh, I think it was Vince. And he's just like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose Vince hasn't been out there for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But Troy was doing that shit last year too.
Yeah.
And watching him this year, it's like, how are you turning with full throttle?
But yeah, and then James Hicks qualifying P1.
Yeah.
The Mickey sleds going 1-2 was pretty
That was pretty cool to see.
pretty surreal. So props to those guys. Wednesday night, ALR, Zach DeWald, battle in the LMB Speed Shop 05 sled. Talked to that guy again, super cool guy.
Shoemaker?
No, one of the guys that works with that LMB Speed Shop sled.
Okay.
His beard.
Because isn't Andy Shoemaker?
Yeah, it's Andy
rides it?
Shoemaker that rides it.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that thing's fast. But I got to say, watching Zach DeWald
Yeah.
on Austin Leaks Polaris was damn right insane.
Yeah.
Like, very, very insane. Like, I got a video of it. He was holding it all the way to the building.
You showed us.
Yeah, like, it was just insane.
Yeah.
Coming in sideways wide open.
Yep.
It's like, hoo, hoo, hoo.
Yeah. holding it so much more longer
Yeah.
than everyone. So much longer.
So much more.
So much more. I threw too many words
So
there.
much more longer than the length of the.
Oh, yeah, he would hold it into the corner. Way more than everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nuts to see.
Insane.
So yeah, I was kind of standing around videoing ALR and those guys, and every time they'd come off the track and like in between things, it was just like a Chinese fire drill over there.
Yeah.
Of Austin and his dad Tim and Eric Kuknicki and all those guys just swapping clutches and everything in between runs. Like
Holy crap.
like a little down RPMs, change their secondary, change their primary every single time. And like I'm just standing there in the way with the camera and everything. But no, they it's pretty fun to hang out with those guys and watch them on them old sleds because they're into it. It's wide open for them.
Oh yeah.
But no, that was pretty cool. Anything else from Wednesday then?
Was it qualifying for the.
Oh yeah, the Meyer shootout,
Yeah, the shootout.
qualifying. Was that the day that Zach set the fastest lap?
I think so.
So there is some controversy with that. I don't know if you'd seen that online or not. The Super Sled online guy, Chris Riley, talked to him a couple times this week. The Super Sled Online, their competitor podcast. Not really.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, nice guy. Supposedly some controversy with Todd Crickey's was a 2-lap segment. It's supposedly there's controversy of it, but it's kind of all figured out now that they were promoting that Zach had the fastest lap. But then I seen something about they said Todd Crickey's was was faster. So I don't know.
Didn't he run like a 31?
No, not a 31, like a 37.8.
Yeah, that's what it was.
A 37.8. So then, like if you give me a second here, I can.
Didn't he run like a 36?
Who?
Zach DeWald.
No, it was a 37.8.
And then they're saying Todd Crickey's was like a 37.3.
Yeah, that's what I have to look here. I know they just posted about it.
Anyway,
I bet is there like different categories of how they pick a fastest lap, like a fastest lap during a race or a fastest lap during practice, or just
overall track record, the Soo I-500 pole qualifying, and then now Zach's. Zach's is the fastest in Meyer Pro Shootout.
Okay.
And then like Andy Shoemaker has the fastest in the old mod.
Okay.
But so Todd Crickey ran a 37.53 in 98.
Damn.
So Zach is 0.3 off of that.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they were saying it was, they were saying it was the track record that day. So that something got twisted. Like electronical timing and scoring was introduced in the first time in 99. That it's.
Do you think Todd Crickey's was a triple?
Yep.
Monoblock.
Yep.
And Corey Davidson's was a 600 Liberty that won it that year.
In 98? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I was just curious because it was set in 98 if Todd Crickey's was a 600 Liberty twin.
Yeah. No, I think it was a triple. I think they were still on. We could ask them though, but so yeah, that was very interesting though.
Oh yeah, totally.
That it was Troy DeWald, Tyler Brown, Tyler Town, and then Zach that were out there in like their three person segments. And so I was zoomed in way on corner and on the backstretch, way into corner one.
The three fastest guys.
Yeah, yep, pretty much. And I'm like recording. It's like, okay, there's Troy recording, Town brother. And then before I could even zoom back into turn one, Zach was already like halfway down the straightaway. So I totally missed him in the snow dust. He was holding that thing farther into turn one than he was the Austin's old sled. Yeah. Because me and Trevor were standing on top of the trailer, and he's like, he held it to the road that time. And even Troy said he was watching from up on the bridge, like during the first the heat race of the Meyer shootout there. Yeah. And even Troy said he was up on top of the bridge, like, you don't need to push it that far, kid. like he had a half a lap lead in like 2 laps.
Yeah. Holy shit.
It was insane.
So like, I wonder if they'll try some kind of setup similar to that next year.
It's a sweet sled.
It's essentially like a F3 sled
chassis
with a twin in it, or
a mod engine.
Yeah, mod engine in it. So like, all they did was put that Enduro windshield on it.
Yeah.
So like, could you imagine if they put more of that aero package on the front?
Right, like a bunkie setup. On.
And so that was a question too, because they had said that he was only doing like 113, 114.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't crazy top speed, but it's just corner speed was unreal.
Really?
Yeah, he just held it.
So then that made me like just think in my head of like, if it was cornering that well, only doing like 113, 14, I'm not sure exactly what it was. But then you listen back to all these guys in like early 2000s on like Brian Deerdahl said on that old Artie Cat of his, he was like doing 120 something.
Yeah.
Or like Collins sled, they claim was doing like 125 or something.
Right.
And it's like those sleds cornered good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought that was an interesting talking point too, as well.
We'll get a TS sled and then have Zach try it.
Jeremiah, we need your sled.
Yeah, let's try that brand new one out.
Yeah, Zach's got to make like 3 laps on it just to see. So then going into Thursday there, I finally got on the sled, put 2 laps in the Meyer qualifying round 3 or something.
Mm-hmm. So, I've seen you out there.
Yeah. Yep. I was like, oh, okay. Yep. Same as the last 2 years.
Yeah. Not me. I was throughout those days. I was in a tussy.
Why? What do you mean?
Coming in the corners, the thing is just not nice. Not a nice feeling. Then we finally figured out the good direction to go in.
Sure.
But I watched Vince do the same thing, and I was like, oh, I guess I just got to ride it like this.
What did Vince do?
Same dog wagon stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like you guys, the rookies, the last like 2 or 3 years, the rookies get a lot of laps.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was Thursday. Yeah, I think it was Thursday. They let us go out for like
a little rookie roundup kind of deal.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was before the rookie roundup. And I just, for that whole hour, I just got in line and went. And there, like, the line was short, so I just come out through the pits and right back out again, and right back out again, and right back out again. So just sat and spun laps trying to get, shake down the sled and see if there was any problems with it. Because prior, we thought Hayden had pulled, so he was in the Meyer shootout qualifying, one position short. And I think he would have had it, been in the shootout with his second lap because it looked a lot faster than his first lap. But it died, like, coming in out of turn 4. It just, nothing, dead. We looked at the data and, just right to nothing. Yeah, and then, like, we thought maybe he pulled his tether or something, so we were, like, eliminated and kill switch and all that stuff. And then I went out and did all them laps, try and shake down the sled. And then, I probably did, like, 60 laps.
Vince said he did, like, 40-something.
I believe I was out there more than Vince.
Oh, really? Because, he said... But
because he would pull in and they would do changes, and I would keep going.
Oh, sure. But like that's when I was there in like 2014, 2016. I remember it clearly. It was me and Zach in rookie practice, and like they would just send you out, let you do 3 laps, and that was it.
That's it.
That was it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy they did it the way they did it this year.
I'd love to be able to do it like that.
Because then they went Thursday night, took us out on a whole bunch of caution laps, and then showed us, exactly what the sled was going to do and how to get in the pit road. Like, that's a great way to explain everything. I mean, that whole class that was out there was not rookies.
No, I mean, you got Vince out there, you, Jesse Hallstrom. It was
a whole bunch.
The
list goes on.
They're rookies, but you guys, everyone out there knows what they're doing.
Yeah. Few and far between of like actually rookies.
Yeah.
I don't know why they stopped you guys on the backstretch though for that short little stint. I didn't know what they were doing there. I think they were having issues of sorts.
I think they were trying to get the plow trucks out at the same time, and then I think that's where the confusion happened.
Sure.
So like they wanted to, and then show the flags and where to go on the plow.
Sure. Well, yeah, VS3 suspension winner of the rookie roundup.
Yeah. He started in front of me. Yeah. He was like 4th sled out.
Yeah.
And I was like 10th or
What about Jesse? Did you see Jesse out there at all?
Yeah, he passed me on the high side, and I told him not to do it. I said, do not go around on the high side on this thing. Coming in turn 1, the roughest corner. I was like, Jesse, don't do it. Don't do it, Jesse.
I did have fun watching you and Vince and Jesse out there. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Freaking Vince is fast. Goddamn.
He is fast.
I believe he ran the fastest lap of the week on that 54 sled.
Yeah, I believe it.
I think that what he said.
When Vince was out there, I think it was Vince for some reason. No, it was practice like Thursday. Clocked him at 115.
Yeah, I think that's what he said they were doing. They're doing 114 in race setup.
Yeah, and like at the very end of that, coming into turn 3, I got 115 on the guy.
Yeah, I believe it.
Golly, that's moving.
They're fast.
No. So yeah, we will be giving VS3 a call here at some point. I don't know when, but
yeah.
So yeah, Thursday, the Meyer shootout.
Yeah.
Unreal race between James Hicks and Tyler Town.
That was insane.
So James didn't have the top end he did on him last year.
No.
Last year his sled was
muscling
2 miles an hour faster, but he was a little bit closer this year. and like it was a 20. Well, I mean Zach DeWald, would have probably won.
Yeah, he was fast
in the first heat. I believe, they had on the very last lap of his first heat had a chain case issue and pulled it in. They were gonna have to. It was an F3 style sled, so they were gonna have to like fuel stop because the tank isn't big enough. But they actually like rigged up another lube tank to like pump into the other fuel tank.
The lube tank on the side, they just wired the pump into the fuel tank and filled it full of fuel, so it would pump fuel into the fuel tank.
So that would have been cool to see him just pound more laps on that thing. But yeah, James Hicks, he's freaking good.
Yeah, James.
I like I've liked his riding style like ever since I remember like started watching the Myra stuff.
Yeah,
like he's got a very like aggressive looking style.
Yeah.
So he's got a good style, good rider.
Yeah.
Super nice guy.
Yeah.
Super nice guy. We had him on the podcast after Eagle River last year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot about
During the race, I decided that I'm going to watch James and do exactly what he's doing. And I did for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they had that race playing in the hotel room before we went to the race. Was it in the morning we watched it?
I don't know.
On Saturday. Yeah, they had that playing in the hotel though.
Oh,
and so we heard people talk about it the night before on Friday night. And then Saturday morning, we just had breakfast and like, oh, hey, that's the race from last night. Yeah. It's like the one that everyone was talking about. And so we got to watch it before we went to the actual Soo. And, that was a hell of a race. God damn, that was cool.
Yeah. So Tyler Town actually ended up diving in on him in between turn 3 and 4 there.
The last corner.
Yeah.
Of the last.
The only way he could have won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Doing it like that.
Yeah.
Oh, much. Yeah.
That guy is smart.
Yeah. It was
to ride like that.
It was a good race.
Yeah. And then we bumped into him that night.
Yeah. Down at the casino bar, me and Kyle are just standing there talking. And then here, Tyler Town, he just
won that race.
Just won the race. Yeah. He's like, hey guys, just want to say like big fan of the podcast.
Yeah.
What the hell?
But I didn't know that was the brother that just won. Because they look alike.
Yeah. They do. They look alike. And so I was questioning myself too if it was him or not, just because I didn't know for sure.
Yeah. I talked to him right before the race started because they started right next to them. Yeah. No one knew I'm talking. I said, good job.
Yeah.
I wanted to get that in there.
So I wasn't sure if it was him or not. So it was a lot of, you guys did really good. like your sled looked really good. Yep. So me and Kyle both felt pretty bad about that after we, I think we asked somebody and he was like, no, that's him. It's like,
Yeah.
So shout out Tyler Town, fan of this podcast, won the Meyer shootout.
Hell of a race. It was cool to watch.
Yeah. So, where do I want to go from that? Friday night?
Friday didn't do a dang thing.
No, Friday, a lot of wrenching for the Cataract Collision guys. And then, driver's meeting, all that jazz. Did you learn anything different at a Soo I-500 driver's meeting compared to a core one?
It's a lot longer.
I could believe that.
Yeah. No, they had some good points and stuff.
Yeah.
They always do.
Friday night, we went to the Elks, maybe. Ran into John Witch.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Had talked to him for quite a while.
Cool dude.
He had some. Oh, he had.
Did you see his sled up there?
Yeah, I did. Yep. He's got a lot of stories. Like he
won 4 500s.
Yeah.
Damn.
All by himself.
No shit.
Yeah.
The whole race.
I'm pretty sure I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I've heard you guys talk about that.
Yeah. So I can't remember how many stories, but yeah, they'd finished eating and he came over and talked to us at our table. So that was pretty cool. And then somebody asked him about going to the bathroom. He said on some of the warmer days where you could sweat it out, where you'd sweat out your fluids.
Yeah.
He said it wasn't an issue, but he said on those colder days.
Yeah.
I think he had a Depends on.
No way.
That's what he said.
Just go, man.
I mean, you're out there for 9 hours.
Oh my god, so
taking
true.
in fluids and
Yeah. How do you drink during the middle of the race?
well, like on the pit stops, they'd
Yeah.
give them like we had a water bottle rigged up with a hole drilled in the top, and
Yeah.
then shove like some fuel line in there for a straw. And
Fuel line,
yeah, it's
used fuel line.
Oh, that's tranny fluid.
Just what the hell is this taste?
So yeah, that was pretty. It's always cool to talk to John. I ran into him at the Polaris,
yeah.
70th too, and it's cool that it's really cool to me that he recognizes me.
Yeah.
And he knows my name and everything,
Yeah.
just because he's just a legend.
Totally.
So
yeah.
Did the Bunky girls talk to you about who would you want as your Soo teammates?
No, I never did. I was in the trailer quite a bit.
Yeah.
So
they were. So I think it's Taylor's wife and then Emily walking around videoing and microphone and everything. And so they asked you if you could run the Soo with anybody from any era. Mm-hmm. And when they put you on the spot like that, like you just think of like, okay, Hall of Famers,
yeah.
like that's where my mind went. So I said Todd Cricky and Brian Deerdahl. And then they cut mine, got a little long, but then they cut mine because I said at the end I was like, yeah, throw John in there too. But then later I was thinking of it, I was like, well, shit, I'd love to run it with my dad. So I was like, I should have said that. And then I was thinking of it more and more. I was like, what about like a Clearwater County team of me and DJ Eckery and Josh Davis and Brian Deerdahl? That'd be pretty cool. Huh?
Yeah. Too bad you're not from Bagley.
Yeah.
Bagley
Thank God
team.
we're not from Bagley.
I put that as my hometown for a reason. See if anybody would recognize it on out there.
Yeah.
Bagley.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if Brian would if he was putting Bagley or Leonard.
Bagley, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. So I thought of that a little bit more. I thought the Bunky girls and Emily, they do a good job of walking around for content and video stuff and
Media
everything.
is great. I love it.
Yeah. I watched their vlog and Herf's vlog in the hotel room this past week. So it is kind of funny that it's me and Herf and the Bunkies, like the only vlogs from the weekend. Mm-hmm. So I think
Jesse didn't come out with one for Park Rapids.
no.
I wanted to talk to him about that.
Why did he say he was or what?
No, he came out with the vlog for Ottertail.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But his Park Rapids weekend was pretty short lived, so there wasn't much to video. So we teased him about that. But so yeah, race day, Kyle. We'll go race day. You can go with your stuff, and then I'll go with my stuff,
Short lived. So.
and then we'll call Vince.
Oh yeah, it was short lived. I mean, what can we say? I mean,
The RS Artie Cat number 17.
I mean, Friday we were working on stuff and found some stuff and changed some stuff, and it was. I mean, I didn't know how it was going to feel, but like after watching it for 20 laps or whatever, got hung up. It looked really good. It looked fast. I mean, didn't drop many positions. Herf passed Garner pretty much right away, and Herf made a charge right up front.
Yeah, Herf was running up front there pretty early in that first segment.
Yeah. He did take my word for it. I told him, don't pass this thing on the outside. I don't know what it's going to do. He passed him on the inside. But then, lap 20, it just died again. Same deal. Brought it into the pits, and we were diagnosing stuff, and it was just strange, checking like kill switches, tethers, because it just died.
Yeah.
And pulled the plugs on it, everything, checked the coils, and then there was a little wire dangling. It's fuel pump.
Oh.
So a fuel pump wire broke.
I had that same issue. That's what happened to my sled at Nadawash 2 years ago. It's just them two wires that go down into the fuel tank right where they're soldered just broke right off.
This was on the plug-in, on the pigtail, up
Oh, really?
underneath the pod. So that's why we couldn't see nothing under there.
Oh, because, it's kind of up on the right side of the tank up there, on that flat spot up there.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then like mod sled, there's pretty much nothing there, but there's still that pod. So after we got done dicking around with that, spliced that back together, we were down 20 laps, only 20 laps into the race. So
Yeah.
That's tough. That's a huge emotional
Yeah.
swing there. And then got back out there. Hayden got back out there, spun a few laps and come in. And then I got out there and spun, good amount of laps. Yeah, I don't know.
It was pretty cool.
It was super cool seeing you out there racing in the damn Soo.
Froze my fingers pretty good.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Because his hand is like this the whole time, fully extended. So on all them caution laps, I'd stuff it down in the side panel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, we saw him doing that. We were like, what the hell is he doing?
Warming up my finger.
Yeah.
On the pipes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool on the caution laps where Kyle pulled up alongside me, and I wasn't even like paying attention to just like
No, you're in the zone.
Pull up alongside me, and Kyle was like, "Oh hey."
Yeah. So just got to like the second plow break or whatever, close to it, and pulled her in.
It was damn cool. Me and Ben Yort were standing there. It's like that looks like Kyle. That's freaking Kyle out there. Son of a bitch, he's actually doing it.
Yeah, big red sticker on my helmet for the ID. Hey, I got beef with that guy. What the heck is his name?
Spanky.
Spanky. I don't know if he watches the show or not, but he's a pretty funny guy. Really funny. He's putting the stickers on all of our helmets, and doing all that stuff. And he's like, the red ones mean you're gay. Nonchalantly said that as he's putting it on my helmet. It's like,
Well, you're putting the sticker on. You better make sure to get my freaking name right.
Damn, that's funny.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That's like, what do you say to that?
Yeah. Did he like smack it a little when he was done or what?
Pressing it on there nice so it wouldn't fly off. And those fly jerseys, man, those things suck. They suck big time. They don't have a collar on them. So, showed up at home, looked like I had hickeys all over my neck.
Yeah, true, you were talking about that on the way home.
That's why I wore my FXR race coat underneath with the collar, and then put that jersey over the top.
Yeah.
Because then, like the fly race coat, collar's half the height as the FXR collar.
And they're so long, like I tucked it in my snow pants.
Oh, yeah?
And then pulled it out a little ways. I thought about doing that with my regular coat, but my regular coat won't tuck into my pants, and it just looked like a fupa. So I just toughed it out and froze my neck, fingers. Yeah, don't wear a Fly jersey. I mean, if I'm sponsored by Fly, I'm not. But if one day, you never know.
FXR.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that. Wear a Fly coat.
Even those didn't sound fun though.
No, they fit like a child's.
If they're not sponsored by them, you can be honest about it. If they're not as good as other brands,
Not sponsored by Fly, the FXR stuff fits way better.
I believe that.
Yep.
I love my FXR coat.
You give me an FXR jacket.
Yeah.
Just one of them racer ones.
Like mine.
Oh yeah.
I want the same exact one as Herfindahl. I'm his biggest fan.
Why don't you just try to get one?
No, I do want
get the one right off of Herf's back at the next race.
Oh, I should try that. But no,
Just
I
ask
want that Herfindahl, the one that Herf and Coletti were wearing. That black with the orange.
Oh,
But,
yeah. We're going to give VS3 a call here to get his Soo recap. Rookie roundup winner.
Mm-hmm. Freaking, he's fast.
Guy is fast.
Vince
he did
is
a
fast.
lot of laps out there.
Are you
too.
connected?
Yeah, I'm connected.
We are connected.
He did a lot of laps.
I think he said he did like 40.
What?
Yeah.
I seen him.
Oh, during the race.
Yeah.
No,
during the rookie roundup, he did a lot too.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, Vince.
Hi.
It's just me tonight.
Oh, okay. I guess I can finally tell you how much I think Pokemon sucks.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's not for everybody. Why'd you sound bummed when I told you it was just me?
That was perfect.
VS3 suspension. Number one Fox employee. Also VS3 suspension. Forks and shocks. He will try his best.
Also, the
I'm at
world's
least a
fastest,
6th or 9th Fox employee.
world's fastest rookie.
Yep.
You're
At
like
least Upper
Lightning.
Peninsula.
You're like Lightning McQueen in Cars 1.
Yeah.
I don't say wow as much though.
Ka-chow.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
ka-chow.
Wow.
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 Wow. That's what I was saying when you were going around the track.
Wow.
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 So VS3, number 4 rider of the Hatteen Heritage 54 sled. Is it true or not
Yeah.
true that you recorded the fastest lap of the week on that sled?
I don't know if it was me or Alex. It was really close because they're
really?
both 43 flats. But I don't know the 100th or the 10th. Honestly, would have to look back.
Oh, on that sled.
Yeah, on that,
Okay,
on the 54
Yeah,
sled.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because that's what, when I was in the trailer at some point, Evan and Alex were saying, yeah, Vince had the fastest lap out of all 3 of us so far.
Yeah. I'm just a
For
semi-pro
for all
guy.
the qualifying stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure. That's what I had in mind then.
Just a semi-pro cross country racer.
Well, I mean, they each got about 6 laps, and I had 44 in. So
Yeah. I seen you out there. We were out there at the same time.
yep.
You were so far ahead of me, you probably didn't see me.
Well, I could see your handlebars from the other side of the track. So
I was thinking about that. I was like, brother.
You could see Vince's forest green and orange helmet.
Yeah,
from the other
that's
side of the
what
track.
Yeah.
I knew it was Vince
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
it was good. Everybody else just had orange and black, and you couldn't tell them apart.
It looked like
Like,
you
who's
took
that? We know exactly who it is.
It looked like you took your grandpa's Vietnam helmet and put some orange on.
Essentially, yeah.
So Vince, you guys stayed at a church throughout the week. That looked
The
pretty
Church
cool.
of Speed.
So that had to been kind of an experience, but I'm sure that probably helped you guys pray for some hardcore good results. Of
Yeah,
sorts.
you had a mural of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ all week. And I had,
Yep. Yeah, we ate oatmeal in front of him every day.
I had Gunner to stare at.
Ooh. Yeah, he probably wouldn't look as good in the window.
Did it like Alex was saying? You guys there was like some sheets that said like "Do not touch the glass" and like stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I mean like the glass on the floors were all like over 100 years old, so it's like they're like, don't try and open the windows and shit because you're gonna get one heck of a bill if you break this. So
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness.
Huh?
yeah,
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Oh yeah, so it's like a cool church.
It's
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, that's nice.
It's not a church anymore though, Brody.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
It's super old.
Hey, was I a good
Yeah,
roommate?
it is. It's the Church of Speed. Next year we just got to change into the Church of Crankshaft Longevity or something. So doesn't sound as cool.
No, not nearly as cool. But yeah, Kyle was a good roommate. He didn't really snore. So
We'll get to
good.
that.
why? What?
No, not you.
Yeah.
You were great. You were great. You were quiet the whole time. Didn't mind me having my shirt off.
I know what you're talking
We
about.
had Joe Wood, so
Oh yeah.
that was fun.
Hey, were the Hayes guys in your trailer when I was in there?
Yeah, they were in and out doing some of the aero stuff for like the whole week. So
I wanted to say what up, but never did get the chance.
No? Be like biggest fan.
No, I'm gonna be like, I'm Kyle Grover. I DM you sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, Ben Hayes. Really? Yeah, email.
Well, no, not Ben Hayes, but like would it be Ben's dad or uncle or who are the?
Doug and Gene.
Yeah, yeah. You don't DM those guys.
No.
no.
No, I didn't know who was all there.
Oh, sure. But Vince, so the Hatteen Heritage number 54 sled was reckoned to be a winner on race day.
Yeah, I think so.
It was so fast.
It was ungodly fast. It was.
Yeah, we still got 116 out of it on race day. We had 117 during qualifying stuff. So.
Are you going off the radar gun or is that GPS?
We use GPS.
Oh, okay.
We had
We
one.
don't use
I
those
got
radar
you,
guns.
I got you personally at 115.
Sure.
He doesn't believe you.
I mean, but where they're standing with the radar guns aren't all the way at the end of the straightaways either. So,
Sure.
I was right in the middle.
Oh,
yeah.
115 in the middle.
No, towards the end.
Oh, I see. Huh. So Vince, when you guys, did you get to do all them rookie laps that first time you were at the Soo, or did they do it differently at that point?
We had 2 practices, and then they canceled the rookie roundup and all that stuff because there's only like 7 inches of ice.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they canceled all kinds of stuff, like all kinds of the qualifying for the shootout and all that stuff.
Yeah, but like, was it open
So-
out? Was it open hours, or did you just get to go out there and run
No.
like two or three laps?
Just get 2 laps.
Yeah.
I think that was the first year of them doing that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that was me and Kyle were talking earlier that's how my first 2 rookie years were. It's like me and just go out there, do 2-3 laps. It's like, okay,
Yep.
good job.
You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah,
You are now a
pretty
pro.
much.
You're no longer a rookie.
You're good to go.
Which is weird to me because like they stressed it so much this year. They're like, we need to make sure guys know what you're doing. It's like, yeah, pretty sure we all do.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. There were some guys out there that I thought I was going to murder because they
Yeah, I thought
were going way slow.
it wasn't me though.
Like they just were like just cruising. It was like you come into the corner, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that always seems to be. Are you talking during like the rookie roundup thing?
Yeah, during any of the rookie practice stuff.
Oh, sure.
So
Yeah. But, So, Vince, what ended up happening? So, 54 sled, Paul Brown in the lead, 50 some laps to go.
Yeah.
40 some.
40 some.
40 something
Oh,
to go.
Yeah.
Leading.
I think it was on lap 156 or something.
456.
Oh, of course. It was on lap 154. There was 46 laps to go. The 54 quit on lap 454.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. But Paul was
Outstanding.
obviously putting distance on everybody.
Yeah, Paul and Dan were like back and forth, and they were kind of pulling away, it seemed like.
Pulling away from me in third.
I mean, they had like 30 seconds, I think, before the yellow came out on third place.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Huh.
Yeah, definitely were checking out.
So, it ended
Yeah.
up being a crankshaft.
we think so.
Oh, you think? Oh, okay.
We still haven't pulled it apart or anything. So,
Yeah, I suppose.
it was showing some like detonation right before it quit too, which I think generally like if a rod bearing goes out or something, they'll do that because like the compression goes way up from it being loose or whatever.
Oh, sure.
So
Vince put on like 40 something practice laps, and they
I
were
know.
about 40 some odd laps from
Left.
Yeah.
But no, Vince,
Yeah.
we had talked about that. We had talked about that already. But like you said, you guys got
Yeah.
so much testing and tuning
Oh,
time
yeah.
and then 40 laps. So it,
Yeah. That last practice before the rookie roundup thing, before we did 400 laps under yellow,
Yep.
like every session it would come out and come back in and they'd do some sort of clutching or ECU change and all this other stuff. So, and even the other ones, we did all kinds of setup stuff.
yeah.
So it was really good for that aspect to have the test time because it wasn't the same sled as last year, obviously.
No. So yeah, that's what I
So,
like. I know they've had the players. It's been known that they've had some top end issues coming into this year, at least on the like pro stock side of things. So it was like,
yeah,
it was interesting.
but that's not that motor at all.
No. So it was interesting to see that they think it's a bottom end issue, but
Yep.
Did you get some details on what Alex is doing with these things for the Iron Dog? These new engines?
They just have the new updated pistons in them now.
Okay.
That's what Gunnar said.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep. Yeah, we put those in like Monday afternoon, right before the Soo, and then crated it, and then finished up the Soo sled and left at like 9:30 p.m. on Monday.
Damn.
Like Alex's Iron Dog wrap is like that old like
An 01 XCR 800.
Yeah. That looks
Yeah.
cool. That looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it turned out good. The thing looks really good.
Yeah.
I would have done 04 myself, but
Really?
04 XCR 800.
No, I like that one. The black and the goldish yellow.
These ones are black and gold and yellow and red.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, 03 is what I'm thinking. 04 was the last year of them, I believe, and they were black and gold, or black and red and silver.
the Hatteen sled won best looking sled
Yeah.
on the
Second year in a row.
Really? Second year in a row?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
usually
Yeah, they did it last year too.
Oh, usually they don't give that one out like to 2 years in a row. They always like to kind of spread it out, it seems like.
But I did
But
like
it's
the looks
freaking
of
better
it.
because I spent like an entire day putting goddamn deck nose on.
To be honest,
You got a big billboard to work with, though. That right-hand side panel is huge.
to be honest, I don't even remember what it looks like.
It's cool red.
It's a
Yeah, like
very,
the metallic red chrome stuff.
What about when you guys do that photo shoot in Alex's shop there? Like, is it?
Yeah.
That's when you guys released those pictures, it was awesome to look at.
Yeah, it's just turning off a couple lights and using a good camera.
Yeah, yeah. Like
So-
even when we did the podcast up there and those lights that he's got, it just makes everything look good. It made our podcast look like 10 times better. Even.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then,
it
like-
turns out if you actually light things, it looks pretty good.
Brody, we need some lights.
Yeah.
Well, you don't like these
This
yellow,
this cave we're in right now, it ain't working.
but it's a cave. It's a
Yeah, it
garage.
looks like you all are jaundiced.
We can get them screw-in LED lights.
No, like they
Yeah,
make
there you go.
them cool, like hexagon looking ones.
Yeah, that's the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They screw right into them.
Oh,
You gotta
no,
get like the flip panel ones
Yeah,
from Menards. Those
that's-
are the good ones.
That's what I use in my garage.
Oh, I'll show you.
Yeah.
I'll show you pictures of what I'm talking about something different, like all the
You're probably a bougie. Oh, those hexagon lights.
bougie
Yeah,
ones that
yeah, the
go like
bougie ones.
flat across the ceiling.
Yeah, I know which one you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Oh yeah.
Like all the social media content creator garage guys have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I see them a lot in body shops. They show the reflection of the
Oh,
cars.
sure. Yeah.
I might have to do that.
I like
one
these
day.
yellow ones because it's like candle power.
Yeah. That's what
I love it. Yeah,
It's like 150 candles in that thing.
it's freaking awesome. Reminds me of the good old days.
That got blown
I
out.
suppose you just watched Nosferatu, so
Oh
in
yeah,
your dark era right now. you're turning goth.
Oh boy. So Vince, how'd you guys go lap down? Where did the lap down come from?
I think Alex was on the sled, and like it was just like he's like all of a sudden he's like, "Oh shit, the leaders passed me."
Oh, really?
So I don't know if it's because we were if maybe people weren't taking skis and we did or something. I honestly don't really know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just curious on I didn't hear that you guys had any like there's quite a few people running out of gas, and I know you guys I didn't see anything
No,
about that.
yeah.
So
We didn't do that. We actually used less than we thought. So
oh really? Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, I was really surprised. There were some Polaris guys like saying like 65 laps they ran out of gas. It's like holy
Yeah,
shit.
it was kind of ridiculous.
It takes gas to make power, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Like,
It also
I mean, it
takes-
was cold, but it's just like, I mean, it's not like you use that much more fuel compared to other calculations, I wouldn't think. But I don't know. I just turn left and go straight,
yeah. But no,
and I changed the walkers.
Huh.
The holy discs.
No, it was damn close for you guys. So it was damn close.
second year in a row being damn close.
Yep.
I know. It would have been nice, so I could have just retired for good after that, but
Now I got to do it again.
I got to do it again.
We'll be on this. Well, no, we won't be able to. Well, we might be able to be on the same program where I said if I won Pine Lake and the Sioux in the same year, then I'd retire. So we won't.
Yeah.
We technically won't be able to retire in the same year, Vince. But
it was damn cool to see you out there though.
could you tell it was Vince on the
Oh
sled?
yeah, you could tell.
You could tell.
Well, yeah, the camo helmet.
Yeah.
Like who the hell is that guy?
Bill Vietnam helmet.
Who the hell's that redneck out there?
You just hear the chopper coming over, and it's like, is Vincent?
CCR turns on.
No, it was pretty cool seeing you out there, Vince. When I was behind you there on the caution laps, I was like, I seen him like 5, 6, 7 sleds ahead of me. I was like, I gotta try to catch Vince. Never did.
Did you, when I pulled up next to you on that caution lap, did you expect anybody to pull up next to you?
No, not really. No.
Yeah.
Like I guess I pulled up next to Bo Bunky, and I pulled up next to him and gave him a wave. But other than that, I didn't really wave or talk to anybody on caution laps besides those 2 incidents.
Literally, right.
I never did it on caution laps, but I waved to Ryan Bozek when I passed him coming out of 4.
So earlier that week, they were told a joke or whatever. They're like, point behind you if you want to pass somebody. So I was doing it to everybody.
What the hell?
Passing people, I'd, on the straights, I'd point behind me. It's like, tell them to get behind me. Yeah.
When did they say that?
No, the team I was with.
Oh, I see.
We're joking about it.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
I remember like it must have been 2 or 3 years ago when Austin Leak was still on the Who's 67 sled, and they were having issues with it at that point. But coming out of turn 4, I didn't look over at Austin, but I just gave him like a thumbs up just straight away, just going down out of the straightaway there. But yeah, Vince. I don't know what else you got, Kyle.
I had like 2 guys come up to me.
Oh yeah,
a few people throughout the week, I guess. But after the race, there's a few guys that came up. And they're like, "Are you VS3?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Hell
and
yeah.
then that's kind of about all they said. And they're drinking beers, and like I figured they must have seen me. And I have no idea who they were, but they knew who I was.
Shit, yeah. That's the
Like, okay, good talk.
That's the magic of the Shop Talk podcast.
Yeah.
It's just working its magic.
Working its magic. Get
Hell
the
yeah.
VS3 name out there just slowly.
Yeah, you should have put VS3 stickers on that sled.
He had them on his helmet. On it.
Yeah.
Wasn't Alex? Alex was giving you heck being a celebrity or something.
Yeah. I was the celebrity racer.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Because I'm sure to Alex, he knows that we do this silly podcast and everything, and then to see somebody actually recognize Vince, he's just got to be like, what the hell?
Yeah. No big deal. He's just a Hittine. So
Yeah, that's it.
Just players. What the heck did I call him this week? I said players royalty or something.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
yeah.
What are you doing next weekend, Vince? Are you going to race Walker?
I don't know.
He's semi-pro improved points leader right now.
I know.
Yeah, well, I could semi-improve my life by not showing up.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Yep.
Triple Fest is that Saturday.
Oh,
At
right.
ERX?
No, it's down in Pequot Lakes, I think.
Yeah. Oh, isn't it a radar run?
Oh,
thing?
yeah, that's right.
Drag races and a show, and it's
Yeah.
big.
Yep. Proud of
Oh,
all that.
oh, that's that weekend. I see. Okay.
So I was thinking about staying in Walker Saturday night and maybe Saturday day, since I won't race the improved class, to go down there, but we'll see.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Did that Midwest Riding thing already happen?
Waconia at ERX.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, did that one happen or no?
That I don't know. I did just see some pictures from this past weekend where like the Thomas Snow Sports guys did like an Artie Cat
The Snow Pro.
Invitational or something.
Yeah, they race only Snow Pros.
Yeah, it looked freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was one of the Sunday Fun Day things when I was just looking at the pictures. I was like, oh my God, everybody's on Artie Cats.
Yeah.
It must be the sled to have. But then no, it was the Artie Cat only thing.
It's Snow Pros only, which is cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to Fox and Vince for hooking up the Ditch Banger National sled with top of the line suspension we got going on for that thing. So
Hell yeah.
Newly refreshed old junk.
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty sweet. So Vince, like you guys, like we'll say it again, like you guys at Fox do have your own like service center, so people can actually send you their old Ditch Banger junk and you will work on it, right?
Somebody will work on it. Yeah.
What if they put attention Vince though? Then it's got to be you.
Attention, Vince.
No, then it still gets put in the service pile, but they come and ask me about it, and I tell them.
But yeah, Fox down in Brainerd will actually service your shocks and whatnot. And maybe Vince will
All
do it.
kinds, yeah, any of them. I don't do any of the paid service stuff. I just do the race stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the business of giving shit away and counteracting everything that the sales team does.
I like it.
It's essentially my job.
Well, I'm happy to have you as a friend.
Yeah. Well, you guys made $1,500 profit this month? Check that off.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, you didn't.
I spent 2 days working on 20-year-old junk for Gunnar Arlo, so yep,
Yeah.
it canceled out. But well, Vince, yeah, good job to you and Alex and Evan and Paul there. So
Yeah.
close, but no cigar.
You'll get her done
I
one
know.
of these days.
Well, Keith had cigars.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Who did?
Keith.
Oh yeah, Keith's always got a cigar. Brody, you should meet Keith Peppel. You guys could burn some cigars.
I should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk cigars with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Maybe
So I suppose, Gunnar, you don't really know for next year, but with the one trailer thing, I don't know what we're going to do for next year.
I know that was I thought that was
told
interesting when
Alex,
when they said
Go ahead.
that yeah, like it seemed like you guys weren't the only ones this year, that everybody kind of had like their own race trailer and then also had like a food hospitality trailer almost.
yeah, I don't know, when we got to where we were supposed to be, like it was all screwed up. Like there's trailers parked next to each other that shouldn't have been next to each other and should have been like, one in front of the other and all that. So our spot like essentially wasn't even there.
Oh.
And then like you had all the vintage guys and you couldn't get trailers in and shit like that too. So
That
yeah, I don't really know how you do it. And then it snowed, so you couldn't see any of the markings either.
Yeah, that getting in there on Tuesday night when the vintage guys and everybody was trying to get out of there, what
Yeah.
a cluster. Like,
Yeah.
we were stuck on top of the hill and I was trying to get down there, and like Kyle just ended up just leaving the truck and just running down there to his team. But yeah, what a
Yeah.
cluster that was. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be interesting because you guys had a lot of food in that trailer. So where are you going to put all that food next year?
I told Alex we just got to get a bunch of big Sprinter vans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, pull the trailer down there with a ginormous Sprinter van. There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you can pull her down with the truck and then have two people drive big ass Sprinter vans.
Yeah.
I thought you
And park
were
those
limited
in
to like. Oh, I see.
Yeah, but you can unhook the truck and get her out of there.
Yeah, I see. Yep. But yeah, I did
So-
think that was interesting when Billy said that it's getting to be too much of a hassle, I guess, or sorts. But
Yeah.
I could see that.
I mean, you like see some people had like 4 or 5 cars parked everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
We all just got to get semi-trailers, double-deckers.
Yeah.
or
But
what
I
you should
don't
get.
know. I mean, like King of the Hammers, they just put up those tents with like some of those propane heater things in them.
oh yeah,
And like it'll get, I mean, it won't get down to like super cold, but like in the 20s and stuff, and like those do just fine. I thought Bunky's had one, and
Yeah.
it's like you could set one of those damn things up in front of a trailer and even have more room than you would in the trailer anyway.
huh? Yeah. So yeah, that'll be interesting for next year. So,
Yeah.
Vince, did you watch Supercross yet?
Yeah, we watched it last night. I watched Pierce Brown die.
Yes.
What?
Poor Pierce Brown just weeded himself in the whoops.
Oh my God.
I'll have to look that up.
Literally lawn darted into the face of a whoop.
I was
That's
stoked
hurt.
to see him out front. I was like, because he's had terrible luck on the gas, like over
Yeah.
last.
He was
many-
doing so good.
I know. I was like, man, he might actually like start to turn it up a notch because he won the last SMX race. And then what?
Yep.
What are you laughing
Well,
at?
I'm just laughing at like how he's had bad luck, and then this would be his time to actually do something, and he lawn darts into a whoops.
Yes.
And the whoops there were not nice. Like, they were gnarly.
Those were some big ones.
Yeah.
But Malcolm Stewart, his first 450 Supercross win.
No shit.
Yeah, I was so
I'll
happy.
be damned.
I know.
I was like,
32 years old.
I
There's
know.
still hope for us, Gunnar.
I know. I thought I shit you not. I thought that to myself. I'm like, well, I'm 29 now, so I still got some years to go.
I got -1 years to go now. So
-1.
Oh yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah.
I'll just get in the DeLorean and go back.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll be
like,
good.
if you think of it, like John Dowd was still doing good at that age, and like,
Yep. All right. The Woods guys are older.
yeah, yep,
True.
yeah. Caleb Russell's back; he's older.
Oh my God, I cannot wait for this.
To see him on
It's gonna be
Yamaha,
awesome.
yep,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. But yeah,
And if the rumors are true, and there's a YZ350,
how true do you
gonna
think those
have to have a
rumors
long
actually are?
conversation with Hannah.
Yeah, and same with it. If there's a KX 350,
I don't.
There's not a 350. There's a 300 though.
Do you think it is going to be a KX 300 two-stroke?
No, the two-stroke. I don't know if that's 300 or 250, but they have a 300 four-stroke that they sell overseas and stuff like that, and they're supposedly bringing that to the U.S. as well.
Oh, okay.
but this KX two-stroke.
Two-stroke. Very intrigued on what it actually is going to be.
That's actually happening.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. That was it's interesting. Kawasaki put that out, that social media post about the two-stroke and whatnot. That was actually their biggest social media post ever.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen it like 5 times. So
Yeah, it was their most popular post they've ever put out.
So
Damn.
yeah, same. I'm in the same boat as you, Vince. I might have to have a long talk with my old lady.
Time to sell the kid.
Don't sell any bikes or sleds. Just
Yeah.
You got this baby here we could sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got $100 on my 450, so we'll see if we go one more year on it or what. So
Oh no, yeah. I'm keeping mine still.
they are good bikes. Even Stu Baylor.
I don't even
said
know what
they're-
it is. 180 some hours or something like that on it.
180 hours on a Yamaha 450 dirt bike. How many?
Yep.
What's your motor maintenance been like, Vince?
not a single time.
I changed the oil.
Yep. Nice.
It's never had the valves adjusted, and it's never had a piston in it. But I'm gonna do the piston because I feel bad.
And Vince is fast.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy
believe it.
because Josh had to adjust his valves like twice this year.
That's because it's a gas.
Yeah.
I told Josh many
Fucking
times.
junk.
Go blue crew.
Yep.
But when this
People don't listen.
when this new Kawasaki two-stroke comes out, boy oh boy.
No.
What if it is a 300?
I don't think they would go 300 two-stroke. I think they'd at least make it a 250 so you'd be able to compete
don't know.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to be like they're supposed to be going hard into the off-road scene. So I feel like it's gonna be a 300 two-stroke.
Fuel injected or carb?
I would sure think it's gonna be fuel injected.
You would think so to try to compete.
I mean, they're trying to compete with if it's gonna be off-road, and they're trying to compete with that thing. Like,
Yeah. Yamaha. I've heard rumors of Yamaha trying to do fuel injected too, of rumors, but
yeah, I don't know. That might be why they got Cody Webb. I mean, you saw the stuff he had to do to his YZ for it.
yep.
So,
Have
that
you,
thing works pretty good.
yeah. Have you heard any Arctic Cat rumors on your end, Vince, of being a part of Fox?
No.
I read a rumor today that 3M might have bought the facility at Arctic Cat, the
building?
The building.
3M
I don't
is
know.
a Minnesota company.
That was one of the rumor mills I'd seen that they'd bought it. We're supposed to hear something today or yesterday or tomorrow.
Yeah, I thought it was today, but they said the 25th or no.
No, we're supposed to be hearing something of who bought them. Of
3M
sorts.
makes great body shop products.
Sponsor.
Sponsor me, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
So I'll stir up the rumor mill more even too here. Heard from an old Arctic Cat employee that talked to a current high up Skidoo person that supposedly would know that if Cat drops out of racing, Skidoo will follow suit because they have no interest in just racing players.
You know what Skidoo
Big dump.
should do is probably buy Articat and then
There was other weird Skidoo
Because look
Arctic
at
Cat
these-
collaboration rumors too.
like the tariffs that Trump will put on shit. He's already putting like 25% on Canada.
Did you see the Gulf of Mexico got changed to the Gulf of
It's-
America?
Yeah, no, he
legit.
was dead serious about
It
that. Yeah.
depends where you zoom. Mine changes if you zoom in and out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it'll say Mexico, then America, then Mexico, then America.
I seen on Instagram. I was like, "There's no way this could be real." And then I looked on my Google Maps. I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Out of all the things, this is what we're concerned about.
Yeah, heard that eagle
Yeah.
screaming.
But in Vince's shock box he sent me this week, he put free agent Gunther Arlen.
Yep.
So
Always personalized shipping labels.
yep, I appreciate it, Vince. So, all right, VS3. Well, we're gonna wrap up.
We still got to get a bunch of stories out of you.
Yeah, we got to wrap up my Soo stuff, and then our secret East Coast trip we went on, and Ditchbanger National. So, Brody, if we have time on Friday on our way down to ERX, we might stop at Fox and do a Fox tour with VS3.
Ooh, okay.
That'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
We'll see if we have time though. We don't know what time. I don't know what time Dad has to be at the track. So,
Cool.
well, all right, VS3. Well, we might see you at Walker. Maybe not. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
You definitely
Okay.
should consider it. You're winning right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, think of
get
that.
I'm in 5th.
Yeah, Kyle's in 5th in semi-pro stock.
And I'm pumped. Not really, but it just means I got to keep doing it.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Sure. Well, all right, VS3 suspension, forks and shocks. I mean, it's getting close to dirt bike season now. So
Yeah, people are going
it
to
is.
start getting revved up here.
how do people get a hold of you, Vince, if they did want you to actually work on their dirt bike forks and shocks, just on your VS3 Facebook page or what?
Yeah, either Facebook or the Instagram page. Shoot me a message and I'll think about replying to them. So
Yeah, I might do it.
I just send them to me. I might get to them, might not.
yeah.
At least you're honest.
Yeah.
Depends what kind of a week I had for my normal job about people contacting me after hours and shit.
Yeah. Hey, I need these O2 ZR 600 shocks done
Yeah.
now.
No. Those ones are fine. It's the other people in California that have no concept of time zones and what time it actually is.
Sure. Well, I even waited today because I had a question for Vince as I'm working on my stuff. I knew it was like 12:30. It was 12 to 12:30. I was like, he's probably on lunch. I waited till like 12:40 to call him, and then he's taking lunch. I was like, God dang it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Keith's couple came down through today, so we went to lunch. Gave him some shock parts and stuff for the terrain sled.
Cool. Terrain sled.
So.
There's not going to be any terrain races.
We gotta go ski hill pounding.
Yeah, I'm pumped for it. I'm making a plan to go.
Time.
Yeah, that one should be cool.
Yeah. I'll bring
You want to go, Vince?
I'll probably go to that one. I don't know if I'll race, but I just want to go.
I'll bring the O2. We'll ditch bang in the classics class.
I'll have to unveil the giant nitro shocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring the elite, Vince, and pound that elite out.
Elite.
No.
I
God,
bet
no.
I bet you could win the vintage class on your Exciter.
Probably, but my Exciter would not win.
It would
That one, it's too nice. Like, I just feel bad for it. It hasn't even been gone through yet. Like, I'm pretty sure all the skid shocks are frozen up.
I got a
We'll
77.
get some Fukushima ones still.
I got a 76 Jag that you can run the vintage class with.
That doesn't sound fun either.
That would be great.
So,
Yeah.
all right,
We gotta get a
Vince.
track for that thing, all that good shit.
How many times has he said,
Okay.
all right, Vince?
Well, Vince is.
I don't know.
Vince
We can
is-
ask Kyle Carpenter because he counts them every time.
I know.
It's
I
pretty
was
fun.
just gonna say that Vince's buddy Kyle counts how many Minnesota goodbyes we do every time.
All right, Vince.
All right, Vince.
Yeah, I should say like 400 times, so we'll just shut him off for a minute.
Then we'll just hit you with a hot topic real quick. Have something to say.
Yep.
Break him up.
All right, Vince. We'll see you next weekend.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Bye now.
Bye bye.
Mega float.
Like upload.
See ya.
That's VS3 suspension.
He'll do it.
He will do it.
He will try his best.
What a good guy.
Oh, man. The best.
He's fast too.
He's fast.
He's fast.
Yep. He makes fast people look not fast, and he's semi-retired too.
with a Vietnam helmet.
So, I-500 for cataract collision guys for myself. Troy started the race, ran up top 5 for his first stint there. Ryan got on, ran good laps as well. And I think I got on the first. I can't remember when I got on. First plow break, maybe.
Was it?
It must have been the first plow break.
Thought it was the second.
Oh no, it was midway through the second
Okay, yeah.
or the first. It was midway through after the first plow break.
Okay.
So a lap.
That was the only time that I seen you out there. Was right when you got on.
Lap 120 to 200, I believe. Yeah, right in there. Yep. I got on, and I think they said I went from like 13th to 2nd. So like I thought that was. It's hard to tell. Like snow. What do you think of the snow dust, Kyle?
The snow dust was horrible when I was out there. Like
That's
coming into turn 3 was the worst.
Yep.
Because like turn 1, I had like people to judge off of,
Yep.
you know, and you could see. But turn 3, there was nothing, and like all you're seeing is.
Were you trying to look
Just
for the
sky.
hay? Were you trying to look for the hay bales? On the edge?
I'd let it go, like let one go,
Yeah.
like, and then start to let off because then brake lights would start to show up.
Yeah.
And that's when it would get a little sketchy.
That's the weirdest thing at the Soo is that they're big on safety. Safety is a big thing, but then there's no rule on brake lights.
Yeah, right. It's just a light.
Yeah. So like on how like cross country racing, Brody, like you can judge the brake light. You don't need brake lights at the Soo.
No,
No.
it's just a red light.
Yeah.
Thought that's odd.
Yeah, it is
I've always
odd.
thought that's an odd rule.
So I even put a light on the back of my helmet.
Oh, you did?
I saw a couple. I saw a couple guys.
I feel like that might be mandatory next year.
And
I
I
don't-
think it should be
You
because
you can definitely see it
Which
way more.
I guarantee I made this joke like 3-4 years ago that they were for like a joke and that they were going to make us put strobe lights on the top of our helmets.
yeah,
And then now if they make it mandatory for us to put these lights on there, like
it's a good idea.
you can always see Blaine Stevenson. He's ran one
Yeah.
for many years now.
Yeah.
You can always see his like at Friday Night Thunder.
Imagine
at Eagle
coming into
River.
a corner in that snow dust and somebody without anything like, you know, they got their orange on, but sorry, but like you wouldn't be able to see a person laying in the straightaway.
If I put that light on, can I wear my all white helmet then?
Yeah, there was pretty much no orange rule on the helmets this year.
No.
No, Billy likes orange on the helmets.
Yeah,
He-
but
he-
ISR, it's
No, Billy has said like he makes his own orange rule there at the Soo.
well, Evan had an all gray helmet on.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was he wearing that all black one or the black and gray one?
Yeah,
Oh, really? I thought he had some orange on. I thought he was wearing his gray and orange one, but
I seen him out there with just a gray helmet. I'm pretty sure.
huh. But yeah, the snow dust was the worst
It looked bad.
I had
looked-
been in the last 4 years.
It looked really bad at the
So-
start.
And I wish could have kept going because then it like mellowed out.
Yep,
did.
it
The
did.
field start to thin out a little bit, then it mellowed out.
Yeah. So like I had thought of like, what if they would have like watered the track Saturday morning? Like just have the water truck
Do
going
a pass.
Saturday morning. So then it like deteriorates all that like fluff that would be kind of on top. Have the water truck going and then have that calcium chloride going behind it. I didn't know if that would work or if there was a reason they didn't do that or did do that or what, but just a thought.
Yeah. Do something at least because it was freaking bad. As soon as that race started, it was like, holy shit, they can't see anything.
You can't
out there.
see anything.
No.
It was insane.
I was wiping like even on like every straightaway I had to wipe.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it looked awful.
So I thought I thought I felt okay making my way through that first stint there they told me I got up to second. I think it was Bobby in front of me on the O2 sled, so I felt like I was maintaining with him, but I did catch up to Paul on the 54 and Marshall on the 28. Man, for frustrating of catching up to him and then having them pull away on the straightaway. Catch up to him in the corner and then pull away. I don't know how many freaking laps we played that yo-yo game. Like it was, I was like, oh my. So I just waited for them to make mistakes. I think Paul might have pitted. I don't know if I actually passed him, but I waited for just mistakes of just being able to get around people. Because, yeah.
That was another thing. So, like, one of them times or whatever, Taylor Bunky was like, went down a straightaway, and then, like, he was pointing to go in front of me. I was like, okay, let Taylor go around me, and then just put a hook in him and just follow him the whole time. Like, just follow his brake light because there was a whole bunch of them, you know? Like, he's going to know where to go. So, like, that was the plan. Let him get around me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
No, turn 3, that's when his A-arm broke and he went up in the bales.
Did his A-arm break or did it, like, I watched it on their vlog. It looked like he might have crossed over with somebody. Like, somebody might have hit his skis of sorts. Like, it's so...
It was you. No.
It's so, it's
Jokes.
so far away.
I was so far ahead of them. Yeah, no.
It's far away. It's too far away and like a little blurry to see exactly what happened. But like, I think he might have collided with somebody or somebody crossed over on him or of sorts. But were you behind him when he crashed?
No, I was in front of them.
Oh, you were?
Because I wanted them to get around me so I could follow him.
Oh, sure. Oh, I'll have to watch that back to see if I see you in the picture there.
Because he started like the position right behind me.
Yeah.
And then I was going to let him, wait for him to pass me.
Yeah.
And then just follow him. But then James Hicks come on the high side. I was like, don't do that. but then coming out of the straight, I just kind of tucked behind him and then just followed him for ways.
Taylor's crash was sketchy.
Yeah.
Like watching it on their vlog.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was scary.
And he got all ripped up from studs and everything. And
Yeah.
man, tough.
That was a thought of mine. I seen the windshield laying there. I was like, I should go grab that real quick.
You told us that in the hotel room.
Yeah, the windshield was laying out there. I was like, is it bad if I stop right now?
Can you imagine just stopping?
Pick up their windshield and
just drive off with it. Mine now.
Throw it on the snowbank so I can grab it later.
That's funny. Oh my gosh.
Can I have that windshield, Taylor?
Could have stole it. Didn't.
Yeah,
Didn't.
yeah. I seen it there. I seen it.
Could have grabbed it.
But yeah. And then Austin Leak got on.
Mm-hmm. Cool to see him out there.
Yeah. He did. I gave Austin, what the heck were we at the driver's meeting or something? He's like, he told me to go like get the paper or something. He's like, you're still low man on a totem pole here. And then I just quickly was like, how many laps have you led? He just kind of gave me a look like that, like. But then he did lead a lap this year. I think 1 or 2 laps under yellow. He said.
Oh yeah.
So he made sure to tell me that.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was kind of funny to jab at him like that.
Totally.
No. So yeah, Austin did really good. There was like some debacle of somehow the leaders were coming up on him and then there was a yellow flag of sorts. So somehow our sled got counted 2 times in 1 lap.
Oh, because
it was very weird on how it worked out. So like essentially we were a lap ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
And so Billy came over and he's like, somehow you guys got scored twice in 1 lap. I don't know how it worked out, but it ended up not being a big deal or anything of sorts, but that was kind of interesting. And then Ryan got on, ran good laps again.
He looked really good.
Yeah. Ryan said that was like the best he'd ever felt or something. I think Mandy told me. And so he did really good all day.
No, and he's been training and he looked,
Yeah.
I didn't even almost recognize him from last year.
Yeah.
He lost weight and everything. And yeah, you can definitely tell that he was training and he was riding damn good.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I got on that the last stint there, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if I didn't feel like I overdid it in that first stint, like to where I was just shot. But like I don't know if it was a sickness of being sick that week leading up to it, or what. But I just could not, like even starting fresh on the lap 400 plow is usually when you like to start because you can watch the track kind of develop from it being plowed out. But I could not put the corners together. I just couldn't get comfortable like coming into one of like putting the laps together. So that was kind of frustrating.
Yeah.
Really, really frustrating, actually.
I bet. We thought that they told you just to save the brakes or save the sled because who was in third? 28 or who?
Yeah, Tate was there for a while.
I think it was 28. I think it was the 28 sled, but like he wasn't gaining on you. Like you guys stayed the same. And so it's like, well, obviously they're doing the same, or like you guys are just clicking off laps that we were thinking, and no one was really pushing hard at that time.
No, I was like, I don't know what it was. I don't know. Frustrating to say the least.
Yeah.
I just didn't ride very good. Straight up. I didn't like the way, wasn't happy with my ride there, or I don't know. It was kind of disappointing to say the least. I mean, to say that we got second, and then I just like so disappointed with it. But yeah, that was the main thing. My left arm kind of pumped up a little bit for some reason. So like Trevor bled the brakes on the sled, and they worked perfect. But like for some reason the lever, even ALR said this too, and Troy said that in the trailer like throughout the week, that the lever was super hard to pull.
Oh, really?
Like it just didn't have a pull to it. Like there was no.
It was stiff.
It was really stiff. Like no feeling to it.
So it was just instant.
Yeah, it was just hard. Like there was just like I was even trying to drag it at one point to see if I could get it to squish, to pull in a little easier. Because then it's so like Troy, he must have. He was the one that set these bars up many years ago, and it's far away too. So like with no pull, like it just blew up my left arm.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't have that issue last year. So last year I went 140 the last 140 laps I did straight.
Yeah.
So that was an issue. But yeah, just I don't know what it was this year. I'd have to put it up to being sick. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, from the outside, it didn't look like you were struggling or doing anything funky. So
no, it was just I just couldn't. What do you think, Kyle? What did it look like? Were you watching?
Yeah. I mean, it looked like Dan had a really nice line in 1 and 2 because that was like the only part that I could observe. Sure.
Yeah.
It looked like he could accelerate faster out of the corner.
Yeah, like it always seems like the Polaris is like I even said that back like 2 or 3 years ago when I was battling Joey Birch, that it looked like from the bridge to halfway through turn 1 that those Polarises like just laid flat.
Yeah.
Like they worked good.
Yeah, it looked like it did lay flat, like Dan's laid flat coming into the corner and then like
he was on the very inside of the corner. Every time
you were like 3/4 of the way up.
I wanted I like running a higher line because it was smoother up there. And so like if the last like 2 years ago as well, that if we could get the higher line to develop, like it'd be a smooth line for that whole last stint, but everybody likes running that rough line that we had just finished running. It's like if you guys would go just one sled length higher, it'd be a smooth line the whole way around. But like so I didn't watch the race back. I'm not like so.
Yeah, you don't want to.
No, I didn't. No, my Flow subscription actually ended on like the day before the race. Somehow. So I don't know if my father-in-law watched it or not. So sorry, David, if you didn't get to watch it. But I didn't know that it didn't renew.
Yeah.
So then me and Dad sitting in the hotel room this past week. It's like I like taking snippets out of the Flow broadcast for the vlog. But I was like, I don't even care to watch it. So then I just pumped out the vlog. So the vlog took a little hit on that end, not being as good as it could have been without throwing them snippets in there and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't feel good. So then Ryan got on at the end there, which was the right call because then Ryan was running faster laps than me. And he got up to Dan, passed Dan one lap. And then I think Dan got back around him and they just kind of maintained there.
Yep.
He had a caution with like 3 laps to go there.
Oh my God. Yeah. What a freaking,
Yeah.
that was wild.
Another one lap checkered.
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
that
it was
last year too.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
The green, white checkered.
That's
yeah.
what happened last year.
Freaking nuts.
Ryan said he was trying to coordinate with the lapper guy that was in front of him. Of like,
There had to, yeah, I saw that instantly, that there had to be one sled in front of him. He couldn't be right behind.
yeah.
Right.
And so he was like pointing on him. I can't remember if Ryan said he wanted to go to the outside or the inside. But anyway, like they miscommunicated of sorts. And Ryan actually like went where he wanted to, and miscommunication to where they actually locked skis. And so like they were A-arm to A-arm.
Yeah.
So then that kind of wrecked the shot that Ryan
jump.
had there. He said he had it all planned out of going through 1 and 2 into 3 and 4. So that would have been interesting. But
Yeah, goddamn.
Another close finish.
Another freaking hell of a race.
yeah.
Oh, my God.
So yeah, that sled we were on lasted the 500 miles the last 3 years.
Yeah, that's great.
It'd been on the lead lap the last 3 years.
Yeah,
Hell of a machine.
and it's
Hell
for
of
sale.
a freaking sled.
No, it's sold.
It's sold.
Yeah.
Oh, it already sold.
Yeah, I think.
Damn.
I think Brent, one of the mechanic guys, I think he bought it actually. But their truck and
that's
trailer is still for sale.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
Nice
yeah.
job, Dan and Charlie. I mean, all day long, them guys were grinding.
Yeah.
Did they ever go laps down? I don't think they did.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think was it them, us, and 29 sled were the only 3 sleds on the lead lap, I think.
Yep. Yeah, there was only 3 at the end,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is freaking nuts. And then only 12 finishers, right?
Yeah, 12 out of
38.
34 or
Oh, it was
38?
only 12 out there at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God. It was bare out
Yeah.
there. It was wild to see.
So, yeah.
Nelson Speed Shop. No, not Nelson Speed Shop. Just Nelson Racing.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, Ryan's second win.
Yeah, that's good for them guys. Dan's on a tear right now. Won Park Rapids. And he won Soo.
Yeah.
And then what's going to happen? Oh, I think I know my fantasy pick for Walker.
For Walker. Supposedly, Brandon Walter is working on the track. Supposedly, he's the one
Oh,
that's
really?
kind of
Plowing it.
helping with
Yeah.
the track of sorts because that's their area.
Yeah.
So, Brandon's been on a tear, too.
Yeah.
He was on that DL Racing number 29 sled.
Yeah,
so.
which was really cool.
So-
That's my competition, though.
Yeah. So, yeah, bummed. Second place,
Freaking awesome.
but
Hell of a race.
I'm extremely disappointed with my performance.
Yeah.
But and then Troy told us on the starting line that was going to be his last one.
Oh,
So
I'll be damned.
Yeah, Troy is retired. I think he's retired. I don't think he's racing the enduro at Lincoln this weekend. I think he's just doing his sprint stuff from now on. So yeah, props to Troy DeWald, Ryan Spencer, Austin Leak.
Totally.
Fun run.
Yeah, it was a hell of a race. It was freaking cool to watch.
So yeah, that's Soo I-500 2025.
I got extremely cold standing there. My boots are way too old.
I told you.
I got
the trailer.
I got frostbite on my toe. And
I told Dad on the phone when you guys came out there, I said, get some hand warmers, get some feet warmers. It's going to be cold. I said, I got pit coats for you if you want in the trailer.
nothing else got cold on my body.
Just your Tootsie.
Just my fucking left foot.
You should have went in the Woody's hospitality
We
tent.
went into the tents a couple times, yeah. Kind of warmed up, but
I'd have been like, Rick Teedy, Shop Talk podcast guy. Help me warm up, please.
Shop Talk 10.
Yeah.
Shop Talk 10. No, I was 4 people recognized me.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, 4
On the hill?
On the hill, yeah. The right away in the morning, it was like still the first 100 laps. I'm like, I'm getting some coffee.
Yeah.
Walking up the hill, they're like, oh, Brody. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Like, we watch the show and we listen to the show. 2 older guys, super nice guys. They listen to the show and they drive to work every week, and so that was pretty damn cool. And then, God, the one guy that we met him at Heydays. I can't remember his name, sorry. But yeah, he saw me, he caught me going to a Porta-John. And he was like, I think I recognize you. I'm like, I think I recognize you too. And so we kind of talked and, talked about the race. And he's like, well, I'm not going to hold you up. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. See you around. And he saw us leaving the tent and he saw Dad, and he was like, Glenn. And so he called out Glenn, knew Glenn. So Dad thought that was super cool. And then later on in the day, there's another older dude, and I was making my lap around the track just to move, just to get some blood flowing.
Yeah.
And turned around and, oh, hey, there's Shop Talk. And that's all he called me. He shook his hand. That was pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I did. I thought that I should have brought that up too. Yeah, I had a handful of people even like come into the cataract trailer. That like,
really?
Is Gunner in here?
Peeking their head around.
Yeah. So I thought that was super cool. I appreciate the hell out of that. It's just like, and then everybody like the same thing with Vince of just like, wow.
Yeah.
People actually recognize me or want to say hi. So
I had both my hoods up and everything and glasses on, and still they recognized me. It was freaking really damn cool. And then shout out Sam on Instagram. He DM'd me after the race saying, you still here? I got a beer waiting for you at the finish line. And we were just on the road when I looked at my phone and I saw that. It's like, damn.
did you reply?
Oh, yeah, I replied.
Okay.
Yeah, totally, I replied. Said, we just got on the road leaving to the awards banquet. So, freaking awesome. Had to give him a shout out, Sam. That was freaking damn cool.
Yeah, that is cool. So, yeah, that's Soo 2025. Free agent now, I guess. So,
Yeah.
For Soo
Gonna make a-
for Soo 2026, I guess. So,
Shop Talk team. I'll be a mechanic.
Yeah.
Alex, put a new crank in that sled, and when we'll buy that sled from you for next year.
There you go.
Yep.
That'd be a good sled to buy.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, my God, yeah. It's fast.
Yeah, but no, we'll see what happens for next year. I guess. No idea what Artie Cat's doing. No idea what's going on. Pretty much. Tough to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
But you guys go on. I gotta pee.
I also got to pee, so when you come back, I'll pee.
I also got to pee too, but I'll hold it. How about that ride home, bro?
The ride home, yeah. We'll talk about the ride home.
Are we gonna talk about?
From the table, it's just bare.
Yeah.
We could just pause, and that was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ride home was fun.
Yeah.
And you wanted to leave at 4 a.m.
I had to get home, bro.
Yeah, you had to get home, but we were having the conversation at midnight. It was like 12:30, and we were like, we got to leave at 4. And me and Ben York were like, at least give us 5. At least give us an extra hour, you asshole.
Did get into the.
We should wait for Gunner.
Yeah, because I don't think Gunner's heard it yet.
No.
Okay.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Yeah. We'll wait for Gunner. But my roommate the last 2 nights was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
He was getting cozy. My roommate the last 2 nights after I left you.
Oh, Ben?
Yeah. So I got a little snippet, and I don't know if it'll pick it up, but So I got to listen to. I got woken up to the sound of probably like we'll say a 98 CR500 revving up, warming up, putting some heat in the pipe.
Okay.
So I get waking up to that. I'm like, what the heck is
Like
going
Friday
on?
night?
Yeah, Friday night.
Okay.
Didn't go to bed till probably 11. Had to listen to a WWE match going on. And then you forgot about that. Had to listen to a freaking WWE match going on. And then I finally fall asleep, And then I awake to the sound of a 98 CR500, Honda CR500. Tell me what sound this is.
Okay.
If it'll load. Oh, here we go. That's a 98 CR500 revving up.
What is that?
That's Ben York snoring.
Snoring.
Yeah. And
That's aggressive.
Yeah. I woke up. It was 12:30 at night, and I roll over. I shine my phone light, and Ben is propped up on the the rollaway, you know?
Yeah.
And he's got 2 pillows behind him, and his neck is fully closed, you know, like chin is fully compressed against his chest.
Yeah.
Wearing,
Just fighting for air.
yeah, and his
Optimal position for snoring.
And his arms are straight. They're not even crossed, nothing, no blanket, nothing. Just straight.
He's coffin mode.
His neck, yeah, I couldn't see a neck. It was just chin to chest. And I'm like, Ben would not wake up. So I stand up and I'm looking. I walk to the bathroom. I flick the lights on, trying to get him to wake up without like being aggressive about it, you know, not waking up. And I say, Ben, not waking up. Still CR 500 revving up. Yeah. And then I look at the door gap on the bathroom. I'm like, I think I can fit that bed through here. I was going to roll him into the bathroom and close the door. And I was like, it won't fit. Then I go back, I lay down, still CR 500. Yeah. And then all I did was turn my phone on full blast, wide open, as loud as it'll go. I just start scrolling through Instagram and like Reels and TikTok. Probably went on for like an hour of me just laying there.
Before the Soo.
Yeah, an hour. So like this time it's like 1:30 at night. I'm scrolling. Finally, it starts to dwindle down. And then I say, Ben! And then like it stops. And then I roll over really quick and I shut my eyes. I fucking plug my ears. Like I just forced myself to go to sleep. Finally fell asleep. Wake up at 5 a.m., whatever it was. 4:30, I think I had my alarm set for. Wake up. Same CR 250 running. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I probably got a good 2 hours of sleep before big day. Yeah. So I really missed you that night.
We should almost cut his name out, but Ben, we love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a damn good laugh on the way home.
He felt so bad.
He felt so bad, and I know you won't like us talking about it on the podcast, but god damn, it was funny on the way home. We laughed about it. He was laughing about it too. But yeah, we love you, Ben. It's all good humor.
That's why I like whenever Dad snores terrible too. So whenever I stay with him, I gotta wear I wear earplugs all night.
Yeah, and that snowplow alarm that was going off at 4.
Yeah. When me and Kyle were staying together, snowplow was out there beeping away at 4:30 in the morning. So yeah,
WWE SmackDown going on.
Like you guys were actually watching?
No.
Oh
no, just got to listen.
Who's watching wrestling?
Oh, man. You want to tell it? No.
Were you guys
Probably
wrestling
not.
or what?
Probably not.
We don't have to get into it.
All right.
That's after the show.
Drunk wrestling going on.
A little bit.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, it was all in good fun.
So yeah, that's the Soo I-500 recap. Thanks to all the fans that came up to us and said they would listen to the show and everything. And yeah. So why we've been on a what the heck?
Hiatus.
A hiatus. Yes, exactly. That's the word I'm looking for this past week was so last year yeah, you can go, P. Brody. Last year we had Scott Preston on. Mm-hmm. He runs the NEXC cross country series out east. Zach Herfindahl had went out there for the Quasic.
Oh, Quasic?
Quasic. Spell that 10 times fast. So Zach went out there for that East Coast race, and we interviewed Scott after the race and everything, and ever since then it's been like, man, I'd like to go out there once. Like it should, like it looks, it's a 150 miler. It'd be a fun event. Mm-hmm. So we figured it was the week following the Soo. We were like, well, we're going to be halfway there.
Yeah.
So we loaded up and we got this new enclosed trailer.
Yeah.
It was like perfect opportunity. Mm-hmm. So when we packed up Monday.
My brother hit you up and said, bring my sled out there for him to ride because he's in New York.
Yep. So yeah, we loaded up the 4-stroke. Dad debated between the Catalyst and the ZRT. we ended up bringing the ZRT. We were like, the ZRT is going to be funner. It's going to get more looks. People are going to enjoy that more than just another Catalyst out there. So 4-stroke ZRT and the Polaris loaded up. So everybody that told me, oh, you should have brought the ZRT to the Soo, it was at the Soo. It was in the trailer the whole time. But I don't really care to rig up like a tunnel enclosure on that thing.
Yeah, that would be the problem there. Like, so after watching the shootout and stuff, it's like, it'd be fun to bring a stock sled and just enter in the shootout just to spin laps on a stock or, it'd be fun to do.
Exactly.
But
that's what like what Luke Van Lysel is doing. And
yeah.
I think Evan Peppel hit his open sled out there.
Which would be a blast, I think. But tunnel enclosure and all that crap. But
I do have a tunnel enclosure from Articat that I could put on the 4-stroke at least. But I'd been messaging Scott like, hey, interested in coming out there? Like, what's it going to be like? And when we left, there was only about 1 inch of snow on the lake out there in Maine with like a chance of a snowstorm coming through that next week of like 3 to 5 inches. Like, that's not bad. Like if it snows, should get down to an ice groove. So we went to race the Soo. Then that Sunday, Dad came out there with you guys and everything. That Sunday, me and Dad started on a road trip.
And what a road trip it was.
A road trip of a lifetime.
Yeah. How was Canada?
So we'd got our passports and everything weeks prior. And so we didn't really talk about this at all because I didn't want to promise anything that I was be going out there and like end up getting hurt at the Soo of some sorts or something. So we didn't really talk about it at all. We just kind of wanted to just show up there. Just I didn't like making promises and not going through with them. So
yeah.
So that was kind of the mentality I went about it with. So getting the passports and getting into Canada, we pull up to go over the Soo Locks Bridge and everything. That's pretty cool. Go up to the toll booth and it's like $8.60. Like, why not just make it $9?
Yeah.
So then they give us change back and everything. And I asked the guy, I'm like, so we've never been into Canada before. Like, what do we need? And it's like, oh, well, you'll get up to the border up there and they'll show you what to do and whatnot. And so we're pulling up to Canada. Super nice lady. Oh, how's it going,
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't change at the border.
Just instantly.
Well, we got a hockey tournament going out here in Canada, don't you know? I'm just kidding. But no, super nice lady. Just gave her our passports. What are you guys doing in Canada? It's just, we're just driving through. We're going to Maine for a snowmobile race next weekend, and gave us our passports back. And all right, have fun.
Yeah.
It's like, is that easy?
Getting into Canada.
Well, so we didn't know. So we registered. We got all the registrations on our sleds, and Kyle had to go get registration on his and give me his title. And
keep that shit on the deal. I'm supposed to have it registered, I think, to race it.
Oh, really? I thought that was just for trail race,
maybe
for ditch racing.
Whatever.
But I had raced I have never had registration on that old 4-stroke.
Never had registration on any sled.
Yeah. So now it's registered now. So you got that going for you.
Yeah, you don't have to whisper about it on the mic. Whispering is going to make sure that no one hears it.
Hey, what I can say, I can ride an ice sled on the trails legally now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
what do you got going on in your life?
Is your motorcycle registered? Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no, it expires this month.
I got the tabs inside.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, me and Dad heading to Maine. We're gonna drive like 7 hours Sunday, 7 hours Monday. Man, what a trip. Pretty uneventful for Sunday here. Just driving along. Mm-hmm. Canada. Now, Canada is lacking truck stops. Like big plaza truck stops. Mm-hmm. That whole 12-hour stretch, I bet you we've only seen 2 truck stops where like sleepers are parked and everything and whatnot. Ended up can't remember where we stayed the first night, but second day is where it got interesting. Where we're getting closer to where we're going to be racing at in Rangeley, Maine or something. So it turns out like Rangeley, Maine is like this huge snowmobiling hub. Price gouging
Like a son of a gun.
the snowmobile industry because it's like the hub of snowmobiling up there. So ended up figuring out that it was going to be like $100 cheaper a night to stay in Canada.
Okay. Yeah.
So then we crossed. I can't remember if we crossed into Quebec or somewhere, but it was like right at that line where it switched from English to French. So we're in France.
Straight up just French land.
Yeah. I remember going through Ottawa and looking for truck stops. Not a one in sight. Going down their freeway, and the fuel light comes on the Dodge. It's like, oh boy,
Oh God.
we got to find something quick. And then shout out to we were going through Montreal, and that was where I had met Robert down at Pine Lake. I believe it was Robert. Yeah. Down at Pine Lake, and he's from Montreal.
Oh, okay.
So I told Dad, I was like, we got a Shop Talk podcast fan here in Montreal. Montreal is huge.
Yeah.
Humongous. I can't remember where we stayed, though. So me and Dad ended up staying that whole week in Canada. In France.
In French,
France.
French land.
Surprisingly, people, like, pretty good at 2 languages at McDonald's. Like, you just walk up to the counter. English? Yeah. Luckily, there was one older lady that spoke pretty good English. Yeah, I can't remember what the town was that we stayed in. And then the one day that Dad, he'd just been ordering Big Macs. Like, that was it. Like, just number one.
Number one.
Yep. And then
Nice and simple.
I'd be like, 2 cheeseburgers, no onion, no pickle.
God
You had to
damn.
be the picky one.
Oh, yeah. Who wants onion and pickle on their cheeseburger?
You don't even taste it, man.
No, not the little chopped up onions. Not a fan. But Dad,
Anyway.
one day he finally wanted to order something different, like a crispy chicken sandwich or something. And then it was a lady that didn't speak English.
Oh, so
So
Yeah.
Dad just like,
shit.
number one.
Yeah. You know what this means?
Number one.
I can see that happening to Dad. So, I can picture it clear as day, just trying to order something
People who
different.
speak different languages, you have to talk to them like they're stupid.
Yeah, like you just speak very clearly. And it was the same at Subway, too. So we
Yeah.
went to McDonald's and Subway.
Oh, Subway, you got to tell them everything.
They were pretty good there.
Green.
Yeah.
They were pretty good. It was like
Left,
a lot
right,
of
left,
once you'd say like BMT and then like toasted, yes. What cheese? Cheddar. Like
American,
yeah,
bitch.
yeah. So it was pretty interesting. Going to Walmart, everything's like the same product, but like different wrappers on stuff though.
Yeah, totally.
Like different wrappers on everything, but it's all the same, but just different. All the sales are in French and like
All the signs and the
all the signs are in French.
So you just gotta
So me and Dad just hung
move your way out.
hung out in Canada for a week here. On like Wednesday, we got so bored that we wheeled Kyle's sled out of the trailer in the hotel parking lot. Got the ZRT, just moved back a little bit so we had room. Put a different brake rotor on the ZRT.
You just couldn't help yourself. You had to start working on the sled.
Well, because actually Dad was sick that week prior to when we loaded up. So otherwise we would have done it in the garage, but he wasn't feeling up to it that week. So yeah, we changed the brake rotor on the ZRT in the hotel parking lot, in the trailer.
Hell yeah.
Generator just
Had it
sitting
all
out there,
warmed up and everything.
run-
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. That's cool.
And
Yeah,
then
so what do? You just sit there all week.
yeah, we watched a lot of YouTube.
Oh,
a
yeah?
lot of old motocross races.
Yeah?
Of just the Racer X vault of like 2011 Ironman. It's like, oh yeah, I don't remember this one.
Yeah.
A lot of old races, a lot. And then they had a pretty good workout room too. So me and Dad go down there and work, like walk on the treadmills and just kill time pretty much. It got to be a long week.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
I freaking bet.
believe it. It already sounds like a long
Oh
week.
man. Like So got to be a long week. And then especially with being disappointed in myself with the Soo, I should have just went home. I was like, to even just start the trip, I was kind of over it, especially just with how internally, mentally I felt.
At the awards banquet, though, you seemed pumped to go out to Maine, though, when you brought it up to Dad. Like, well, you ready to go out to Maine? It's like, oh, well, shit, at least he's excited about that. When we left,
Yeah.
it seemed like you were excited for it.
I kind of was. Yeah, like it was half and half, I guess. So then Friday we finally leave Canada to get into Maine. But like that last, or no, okay. So we stayed about a half hour from the border in Canada. But that last like hour and a half to get to our hotel and then to get to the border, we were in the mountains. We were in the mountains of Canada on icy, snowy roads with the old Dodge, just climbing them hills. We were like just 25, 30 miles an hour getting to the top of these hills.
Yeah.
So that was in the dark too.
Oh man.
Not ideal. Like that was not ideal there at all. So that kind of was stressful. Very stressful.
I bet.
So then, we pull up. We're finally going to leave Canada, get to Maine, pull up to the border crossing, pull up, get out, give the guys our passports. The guy actually wanted the registration for the truck and trailer, though.
Oh, yeah.
So asking what we're doing. So we've spent the week in Canada. Hotels are $100 cheaper a night. So we're here for a snowmobile race. And then, looked at the registration, passports. All right, good to go. Didn't even look in the trailers or nothing. Like that was, I was surprised because you always hear horror stories of like people having to unload their trailer or something or look through all their stuff.
Yeah. Good thing you didn't get caught up by ice up there.
Do you think you got to think that they have like some kind of x-ray camera at the borders?
Probably.
Like in the,
I don't know.
at airports, like x-ray machines, like what do you walk through? What is that called?
It's like a X-ray.
X-ray machine. You got to think
You can't have people stand next to an X-ray all damn day.
You got to think that you're driving through some kind of camera that they could see what you got. I see it. I see some of it sometimes, like videos on the Mexican border, where they scan a truck and trailer.
To see through a trailer, though?
They see through your bag at the airport.
Yeah, but the trailer's metal.
They can see your metal.
I guess I don't know. I guess I really don't know.
I don't know.
I can look it up. I kind of want to look it up now.
Oh, but I got to start off with our East Coast trip with a shout out and a thanks to Jason Killian.
Oh, yeah.
Four Seasons Contracting. Jason Killian, sponsor of me and Kyle at Pine Lake this year. Season sponsor, right? Yep. So, yeah, he helped us out even a little bit with this trip with some gas money. So really appreciate that from Jason Killian.
That's cool.
Four Seasons Contracting. So I should have put that out there at the beginning. But so Friday, we're into Maine and talking to Scott Preston. It's been snowing and blizzarding Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Oh, man.
At the lake. We went out there in full-blown ice Le Mans setups, ice sleds, ZRT, 4-stroke, Kyle sled. We didn't bring spare shocks. We didn't bring full travel shocks. I mean, it'd be like us going to Ditchbringer National this weekend and bringing the ice shocks just because it might be icy down there.
Might turn into an ice track.
But like failure to prepare to fail.
Yeah. And it
failed.
It was not an ice track.
No, it was not an ice track. Like we showed up there Friday and like there was a lot of snow out there. It was about a foot of snow, a foot of fresh powder.
Damn.
Even up along the side of these shorelines, like 1.5 feet, 2 feet. Like you'd get out of the main line and you'd be over the A-arms.
Really?
On the ice sled.
Oofda.
So like pounded out a few laps there. They were letting the guys kind of run the track just to see if it would pound out at all. But like it always seems like we've seen enough people try to do that at Nadawash, like over a couple of years, that it seems like running the track on Friday usually makes it worse.
Harder, yeah.
Yeah. So like it was what it was, but so yeah, we were kind of really scratching our heads. I called Kyle on Friday. I said, Colin is going to beat the hell out of your sled this weekend.
He was trying to convince him out of it.
No, I was just talking to you. I was
Yeah.
just telling you about what it was shaping up to be like. So it was, so we started, Saturday morning, pro open race. So I was trying to vlog. I did take like two vlog videos of the start of Saturday, but it was just like, hey guys.
Yeah.
And then into pro open, 3-lap race. I think there was 10 or so of us, all Le Mans style start. And so I was like, going into the first turn, it was like a little dog leg. There was 2 gnarly whoops right in the inside of that dog leg corner. So I was like, I'm avoiding those. So I lined up way to the outside, got a good jump, and then was actually like third coming around the corner there on the outside. And coming into the second corner, there was a guy on an RS. I didn't know who it was, RS Skidoo.
Yeah, Colin said it was fast.
It was fast. He just checked out. Like he had speed over me. And it was like, there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
Damn.
But being in ice setup, like the track angle is wrong for the snow. So it's like I'd assume you're doing a lot of spinning going down the straightaways even.
Yeah, that's what Colin was saying. He said it was spinning the whole time.
Yeah. So the track angle is wrong in an ice sled for the snow. So
There's only this much of the track touching the ground. So.
yeah, not ideal. But yeah, I ran second. Scott told me I ran the fastest lap in Pro Open, but I don't think that Skidoo guy's transponder registered.
Oh.
So that was what Scott told me. But so yeah, I was like, for coming around the first lap, I was like, second place. Hell yeah, this is going pretty good. And then it started to, I think second lap came around, and then Luke Vady was pretty close to me. TJ Leach was right there. I think Scott's stepson Noah was pretty close there too. And on that second lap, then it came in on a couple whoops, braking bumps, like bam, bam, bam into the ice groove. That was a hard hit. I felt it right away too. I was like, especially coming into turn too.
Yeah.
I was like, that wasn't good. And then on the straightaway, like going away where it was like, there was some hard packed like snow drifts underneath that fresh snow. I swear I hit one that the skis just glided over and hit it with a belly pan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just belly pan up.
Just smack.
Yeah.
I guarantee you I probably touched the bumper to the ground.
Holy
man.
shit.
And then about another 150, 200 yards later, then there's semi-pro Skidoo guy that's sitting off to the side, and his sled is totaled.
Yeah. Colin said the A-arms were up by the handlebars.
Like
Holy shit.
the ski was up by the headlight.
Yeah.
And so I seen that, I'm like, oh my God. And then, so from there, one of those 2 hits, the temp light started coming up. And so we're in the snow the whole time. It's snow the whole time. I'm like, usually a 4-stroke would run about like 170 pretty consistently. We get up to like 175, 180 on an ice groove. I'm like, why is that coming up? Slowly started getting slower. Like speed was going down a little bit and the temp light was coming up. It's like 190. Oh God. Because I've had it happen before. And then TJ Leach gets around me and is like 200, 205, 210. And then like the 4-strokes, they'll shut themselves down like 230, I think it usually is. And it was like, it got up there 230 and then died. Like a couple miles from finish line. So I'm like,
Oh, man.
Here I am sitting
am.
in Maine.
I'm like, well, here I am in Maine.
Yep.
Cracked heat exchanger.
First race.
First race out.
Yeah, 3 days or 3 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that
I heard earlier in the week, Luke Vady had problems with his sled and he had to walk all the way back to shore.
that was on Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night.
Friday night.
broke down like across on the other side of the lake. Had to walk like 2 miles
Yeah.
through the snow
Oh my God.
all the way back to the shore.
At night too?
Yeah, it was. I think it was dark.
was
Maybe
good.
maybe it wasn't totally dark, but
Holy
yeah, we
shit.
talked to him that Friday night, like after check-in and registration and whatnot. He's like, "Yeah, I just walked across the lake."
Oh, props to them guys. Those guys put in so much work
Yeah,
to come out here.
lot-
You know the travel
a
now.
lot of miles.
So
That's
you know
what
the
I'm
distance.
I'm gonna get to it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get to that.
That takes a lot to do that.
So yeah, get off the sled, pack the radiator all full of snow, cool it down, and then watch the temp slowly creep down. So limp it back in as fast as I can to try to cover as much ground, and hot again, and then come back down, pack it full of snow. So I had to do that twice to get back, and then I just pull it, son of a bitch, right up to the trailer, ski boots on in the trailer, hood off, side panels off. Let it cool down enough to at least put antifreeze back into it. And then sure enough, yeah, right behind the secondary clutch, right up in that top corner is where we've had all of them crack. Mm-hmm. So this one I felt like on my old sled, we had a pretty stiff setup. So I think that was the deciding factor of what was causing it on that one. So then with Vince helping us on the shocks, on this current sled we have, it hasn't happened. So 4,900 miles on this one. So it is our longest lasting heat exchanger. Granted, I got the sled with 2,000 miles on it from Trail Rider. So,
But it had to be one of them.
it had to be one of them hard hits. That it was too much to ask of it in ice mode.
Yeah.
It was just too much of it.
And the one that you said, like the skis just glided over and
It
it felt
was-
like belly pan.
It
Oh
was-
my God.
It's like the belly pan or just right off that front skid shock of just poof.
Yeah, that's what Colin was saying. He said it was gnarly.
So
he
that-
finished.
Yeah.
Nice.
Scott Preston's brother, he was like, it looked like you were just trail riding out there, like just smooth and everybody's hitting these bumps and everything. I was like, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to avoid all the
Yeah,
bumps. Just like, I'm not really, I'm going fast. I'm going fast. So I'm not really pushing it like over the limit of the sled. Like I'm trying to maintain smooth lines. So I thought that was pretty funny that he had said, looked like you were just trail riding out there. Cause then Colin, he said he pumped up super bad, just death gripping it.
Yeah.
Because he said he got pretty sideways on one of them. He said. So that's what he said. He did not want to wreck Kyle's sled and send it home in pieces in the trailer.
Oh my gosh. That would have been funny.
Yeah,
I'd be laughing.
you would be.
Yeah, exactly. I would be. Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty demoralizing to say the least. Of like, I would have kept going to try to keep just picking smoother lines just to maintain out there. Like people break down and things happen, and in the pro, so I had a handful of people come up and say like, you can race my sled if you want, you can ride my sled. It's like if it was a full blown ice Le Mans, like I'd be a lot more confident in it. Just to
Totally.
be like, I'm not gonna wreck anything.
I told him he could run mine.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Yeah.
But no, I had a handful of people that offered me their sleds that I really appreciated, that they wanted me to keep racing, that I've been out there. But I don't like driving other people's stuff.
No.
Like even at the dirt bike track, just to go ride somebody's sled or bike 2-3 laps just to see what it feels like.
Yeah.
I don't even like doing that really. But like we watched the pro stock race there. That Saturday was like a 60 or 70 mile one, and then the Sunday was going to be the 150. Like halfway through the first lap, there was a Skidoo guy in second place, just swapped out on these or hit these weird cockeyed braking bumps coming into this corner, like far enough away to where we could still see it though, and just poof 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 poof.
Just yard sale.
Yard sale. That Skidoo had to roll 3 or 4 times.
Damn.
And then like third and fourth place guys come through and just poof.
Yeah.
It's like there was if it would have been, luckily it was sunny on that Saturday, so you could actually see the bumps. But if it would have been gray and cloudy, you're in a minefield of like I've asked Herf that before of a gnarly Nadawash race, and he just white knuckling it. He said,
Just going.
yeah.
I do like Scott Preston's drivers meetings though. Did you get to
Yeah.
listen to one?
How would you like?
YouTube.
Oh,
They
really?
got one on there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what me and Dad enjoyed listening to Scott. Scott's super nice guy, but he didn't take no shit
Yeah.
at the drivers meeting.
Hell yeah.
That people like classics people of the week prior are bumping into new sleds or something. And he's like, if you're here to bump and bang with your $1,000 machine, you can leave. if you want to, if another thing of, if you wanted to bitch about this or that, just leave.
Yeah.
He said, we've been here in the blizzard for the last 3 days marking this course. If you're here to hit sticks, just leave.
Just leave. Hell yeah, Scott.
Yeah, it was it was pretty cool to he was pretty assertive with it. And then even for that pro stock final, like they were waiting on somebody. And so like the announcer's like, yeah, like 2-minute call, like we're going to start.
You
And
got 2 minutes.
Yeah, and Scott like, and just, I can't remember who it was, but we're not waiting for you.
Yeah.
We will not feel bad
Yeah.
starting without you.
That's how it should be.
Yeah,
That's
so,
exactly
like-
how it should be. And you get on the line and you freaking go. You don't sit and dilly-dally and
Yeah,
freak around.
so I-
Clear cut
Yeah.
rules
Yeah.
for everybody.
You're
It's the
on
same.
If you got any sort of a schedule, stick to that
Yeah.
goddamn schedule.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
That's
I-
how it's supposed to be.
So I talked to Scott on the phone today just to say thanks for the hospitality and everything. And his wife Mandy got like a stomach bug on that Saturday.
Oh,
so
no.
we only got to talk to her Friday night. And then Scott said like he got it like Sunday through Monday. So he said he was still there.
Oh man.
So so yeah, he said he was pretty sick all day yesterday. But no, Scott, super nice guy. His brother, super nice guy. So yeah, my dad told me to tell him that if he when he comes to Pine Lake, my dad's buying him 2 beers because he bought Dad a beer out there. So
I got to buy him 2 beers.
yeah, yeah.
Scott's got a place to stay. Stay right at my house, and we're a half hour from the lake.
Talking to I think Mike Young, that they got to try to. Oh, we should talk to Dylan Dorn to try to figure out some way that all those East Coast guys to fill like a 53-foot semi trailer,
Yeah.
with all their sleds,
Yeah.
and then just have somebody just bring all their
That's
sleds.
what we were thinking initially here.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
And then
yeah, I forgot
load a
about
trailer
that.
full, go out there. If you split it, a 53-foot trailer, I wonder how many sleds you could fit in there.
I don't. You kind of stack them on top of each other.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah, double decker
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what the one guy had said. Like, try to get, because the guys want to come out here as
Yeah.
much as we want to go out there.
But it's a long way.
It's a long way. It is a long ways.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of, and then so Colin was going to race pro stock at the end of the day there, and he ended up just being like, I don't want to wreck your sled. So we loaded up, and we got the heck out of Dodge.
In a Dodge.
Yeah.
So that was the one thing that being cheap does not pay sometimes. So we stayed like an hour southeast of the racetrack because it was a cheap, dumpy motel to save money.
Yep.
So then when we end up being like, well, let's just head out tonight. Dad left his bag and stuff in the motel.
Oh, no.
So that added 2 hours of driving onto
Son of
our
a bitch.
drive there, get the bag, leave the key, drive back to the track.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh man, if I would have just paid an extra, I mean, it was going to be like extra $100 a night.
Mm-hmm.
So of staying like 20 miles away or something, instead of saying an hour away. So I was like, well, as we're being cheap, probably didn't pay off. And then we get back, and then Colin forgot the transponder in your sled. So then he was there to grab that, and then we hooked up and everything. Here we had a flat tire in the trailer.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
then,
too bad.
So then when we were going to go into the bar just to say bye to Scott and everybody and say we were leaving, then we're like, oh my God, we got to get this tire fixed. So then we ended up not going to the bar and going to the little gas station there. And luckily they had an air pump. So like going into into this week so far, not good. Not stoked. So yeah, then we embark on our trip home. So I was really hoping to like at least race Sunday, try to make some money back to pay for the drive home. Mm-hmm. That was not the case.
No.
So this is where I told Dad like 100 bad days tells 100 good stories.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I said so far we're collecting a lot of good podcast stories so far. But yeah, there at the race, like met a lot of fans, a lot of Shop Talk fans, a lot of fans of
Freaking awesome.
of the vlog videos and everything. So I really appreciated that. That was super cool. But I wasn't out much walking around because, to tell the truth, I was kind of pretty bummed.
Pretty bummed.
To say the least. So I wasn't out and about too much. Except for when Dad raced classics. We brought the ZRT out there. We should have ended up bringing, for what it turned out to be, we should have brought our ditch bringer sleds out there. Yeah, actually, that was the sled that we should have had.
Yeah.
So they're all kind of parked in the staging area, and Dad's parked there with the ZRT, and me and Trent and Colin are standing there just by the start finish line talking. I'm like, look at Dad, like. Dad's got like a group of 10 people around him showing off the ZRT.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Like opening the hood.
Yeah.
Like for their like 10, 15-minute break they took, Dad's just got this flock of people around him just surrounding the ZRT. Yeah.
Telling them to lift the back end. See how heavy it is. It's heavy.
So Dad said there at one point there was like a 8 or 10-year-old kid with his dad there, and the kid was sitting on the sled and everything and whatnot, asking Dad questions. So Dad wanted me to put out there. He didn't know who it was, but if that was you and your kid, message me. And Dad wanted to buy that kid a shirt, a T-shirt. Mm-hmm. So if that was you and your kid that were talking to my dad there on the ZRT and your kid was sitting on the sled, message me. Dad wanted to buy you a shirt. So Dad wanted me to put that out there because he just thought it was
cool.
He thought it was cool.
Uh-huh. Totally.
So, but yeah, that was pretty funny. So Dad, he didn't know the ZRT is low.
Yeah.
Like it's low.
Oh,
It was rough. So Dad didn't know exactly how many laps he was going to do. He did get a pretty good jump off the start, even in the snow, with that 1-inch track. Yeah. But he just kind of, even Dad said he got pretty out of whack one time, to where he said, I remember taking like 3 deep breaths after that and just being like, okay, I got to slow down. But no, Dad did all 3 laps on the ZRT.
Hell yeah.
I think he ended up getting like 5th.
Oh yeah.
5th out of I don't know. They had quite a few classic sled. They had a lot of women.
Oh, really?
I bet you their women class, like it was like a big payback on Sunday, like $500 or something.
Yeah.
I bet you they had 15 women.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
Where I bet you, what do we have around here? 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that.
I bet you they had 15 out there.
Really? That's good.
That's cool.
But so yeah,
I should have went with. That would have been hell. Fuck that.
Yeah. That drive back, though.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. So the drive back. So me and Dad are like, we're driving straight through. We're sick of hotel rooms, sick of spending money on hotels. We're driving straight through. So we go back the American way, just because the Canadian way, that first 2-hour stretch there is going to be mountains. And we didn't like that. The way back wasn't any better.
That's what Colin said is a goat trail to get up there.
It is literally the trail that Lewis and Clark cut through the woods, up and down the mountains, and paved the way behind them back in the 1700s.
Yeah.
And that's the way they've left it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way all the roads are out there. There's not a straight line out there. Besides the interstate, but.
And that's even hilly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we get going and it's like guesstimated looking at the maps, it's like going to be 2.5 hours before we get to the first stretch of 4-lane. Because I guess in Vermont, like all their interstate only runs north and south. Mm-hmm. None of it runs east and west.
Mm-mm. You don't get east and west till 90, and 90 is in. Well, you don't hit that till Boston.
Yeah,
Boston.
So it was it's this road number 16, and it's the only road getting to like Rangeley.
Yeah,
and like even Chip Vady told me, he said, I'd rather go to Minnesota than go the 8 or whatever 10 hours from New York to Maine for them.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god,
Wow.
And
That's saying something.
That was before we left. I understand now. Because even when I talked to Scott today, I was like, oh, are you having to leave on that number 16 too? Yeah, nobody likes this road. It is like it's like like most cross country racers will understand the reference of the Pine Lake Road. Mm-hmm. Just a little dinky 2-lane road, but it's cut through the mountains and it's steep.
Yeah,
and it's a steep drop off on that side, and it's up and down the mountains. Oh my god! In the dark, in the snow, not good. Like,
So you had fun.
Gunnar drove by like where I used to live.
Yeah,
like
I was
right next to
through
it.
Albany. So then we get into Vermont, and it's snowing to beat hell.
Yeah,
It's coming down like we haven't seen a snowstorm like that in Minnesota for I don't know how many years.
Damn.
And we're driving through it, up and down these hills, and we hadn't adjusted the headlights yet on the Dodge.
man.
So it's pointed directly into the snow. You can't see the road. Up and down this deep valley, high hill, this dinky little two-lane farm road. I bet you we're down to like 10 miles an hour because you can't see it.
Yeah,
Just climbing these hills
Frickin'
at 10,
cruising.
15 miles an hour. Dad claims he felt the truck slip once or twice in the snow, because I bet you this lane had been plowed a couple hours ago, so there's only like 3 inches of snow in it. This lane had about 6 inches of snow in it.
Oh man.
Talk about like white knuckling it in a car. And then we finally got to a gas station, jumped in the trailer, got some tools, adjusted the headlights on the Dodge. It's like, okay, that's actually better. And then we were in the snow. I bet you it took us 4 hours to get out of the mountains and get finally onto some interstate.
Hell yeah.
No.
Interstate in Vermont.
Yeah. And then that's a short stretch too.
Yeah.
Because then we get into New York, where we finally see the New York sign, and then it's back to farm.
Hognose Pass. Did you go through Hognose Pass?
Hognose Pass.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But we went through Vermont. Like I wanted to tell the Carbide podcast guy, because he's big East Coast guy.
Yeah, I think he drove through the town. If probably would have.
Of where he lived or what?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I don't know. But I hope to never go back to Vermont ever.
Yeah.
We drove through some super, like, I wish I would have caught a name of it. Some super bougie, like, ski hill.
Oh, yeah.
That it was like steakhouse, filet mignon. It said something on that sign. But it was just in the middle of nowhere on the ski hill, and then multi-million-dollar resorts.
Hell yeah.
In the middle of nowhere.
That's freaking cool.
Like, I shit you not. Like, it could not be more middle of nowhere. And then it's just $1 million ski resorts.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then, but me and Dad are like, just like white knuckling it. Just like looking at it like, oh my God. So in a snowstorm, finally we get out of that, like in New York somewhere. But like my dad's like, I had never thought in my life I'd see the sign saying "Welcome to New York."
Yeah. You probably drove through Lake George. Like that's where that road comes out at, and then head south on 87.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's right where I used to live.
Yeah, we drove. I don't know if we went through Albany. We went by Albany.
Yeah, you go on the north side of it, or east side of it, or west side of it.
How about the south side?
No, you wouldn't have gone to the south side.
No, we didn't.
That's a shithole down
He
there.
said everything else.
Yeah. That's where Northern Clearing's at now, is the south side.
So yeah, we went through New York, Ohio, Indiana,
Pennsylvania.
You should have stopped at the Serpent Mound.
Yeah, you go through Pennsylvania
Erie.
for a short stretch.
Yeah, Erie. That
Yep.
is usually like my stopping point.
Oh,
driving.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like went through Cleveland, went through Chicago.
I asked him if he'd seen the Guardian Stadium. He was like, "No, I don't think so." There's a big progressive field. It says right on like the side of the interstate, and it's like right there. Like you can't miss it. It's right there.
No, we missed it. We missed it.
It's huge. There was a big sharp turn in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you just drive south for a little bit, and then it comes back to the west. It's right there.
Yeah, we missed it. So then, so we're driving straight through, and so we went to the America Way. It was telling us it was going to be like 2-3 hours longer, some sorts, but we got to think it's worth it.
Yeah.
To not have to go through the hills of Canada, but no, I don't know if it was worth it or not.
I think it is because you're on actual road. Like
That is very true. As soon as
you're
we
not
got
on a dog trail.
Yeah, because Canada was like, it was like a stretch from like, I would say like from Bagley to Deer River.
Yeah.
Where some of it is 4 lanes, some of it is Cass Lake to Deer River.
Yeah.
Two dumpy little 2 lane. So it was half and half of that. I hope to never see Chicago again.
Yeah.
So we timed it wrong. Just because we wanted to just get home. People told us, "Oh, you got to go through Chicago like 3-4 in the morning."
Yeah, that's the time to hit it.
We didn't. We went through like 7:00 Sunday night. Super Bowl Sunday though.
Yeah.
So we were thinking like, hey, maybe Super Bowl Sunday, 7:00. It might be not as busy. It was packed. Like the interstate, I don't know who designed the interstate and coming into Chicago.
Yeah.
But it almost brings you into downtown.
Yeah, you go right through downtown. Yeah.
Like,
Damn.
wouldn't they like route it like out around and
There is an interstate that goes around, but it says that one is faster.
really?
But it's like 2 minutes and you go down and around and then spits you out on the west side of Chicago.
No, it is downtown. Like, yeah.
Like you see the tall skyscraper and you're like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. And then like 10 minutes later,
You're driving next to him.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly it. Like it was chaos to say the least. And we're driving through there with the trailer and just like, fuck, like just kind of maintaining speed.
Did you get going fast on the west side of Chicago?
No, what do you mean?
Because traffic there,
They don't give a fuck.
no. If you're going 80, you're in the way.
Yes. Yes. There's people, like Dad explained it, like this guy is in this lane, but he wants to be over there.
Yeah.
And this guy is in this lane and he wants to be over there.
Yeah. And they're racing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, so I hope to God, I don't care if they bring me back for the key of the city. I ain't going back.
The one time me and my dad
Why would they give you the key to the city?
we're going to New York and coming into Chicago.
Yeah.
We're just farting along and I could hear something. It was like, it sounded like a mosquito.
Yeah.
We were going 80, and then all of a sudden it's just freaking Lambo just fucking
Really?
darts by us. We're like, that was pretty cool. On that same stretch of road where it's 4 lanes wide and it's just wide open.
But yeah, then we get on the, it's on the west side of Chicago and it's like 315. Oh no, it's from Cleveland to Chicago.
Yeah,
where they say, "Yep, keep straight for 315 miles."
You go through Ohio and Indiana.
Yeah, so that was a pretty good, easy going stretch.
Yep.
There's a lot of truck stops too.
Yeah,
Sweet, ain't it?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
24 hours too.
Huge travel plazas that it's like fuel, and they have like 3 different restaurants in there with a gas station.
That's badass.
But they're all identical. Every one of them is the same.
Every like 50 miles.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. It made it like, why would you ever stop at a normal truck stop again?
Right.
That you'd have to go farther off the road. Like it is literally pull off the interstate in there and
Yeah.
pull back
They're
on.
only on the interstate. There's not an exit there or nothing. It's just.
Yeah, that's all it's there for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. So yeah, that was nice. But so then we're plugging along and it's like, okay, now I'm kind of getting tired.
Yeah, as soon as you get to like Wisconsin, that's when it's like, oh man, it takes so long to get through Wisconsin.
Yeah, it does. So it brings you up 90, like through Wisconsin Dells, past Eau Claire.
Yeah, you go through Rockford, and then it just takes forever.
Yeah.
to get through.
So this is where I'm coming up on being awake for, I don't know, 36 hours, 30 some, getting close to 40 hours of being awake.
Just pounding Red Bulls.
No, I had one monster at the start and then just some soda pops in between.
Soda pop.
Yep.
Sodies.
Sodies.
But so then from Wisconsin Dells to Rockford, that's where the hallucinations started happening. I swear to God.
I swear to God, bro.
So like, when they say driving fatigued, from experience from this last couple of days, don't do it.
Well, let's hear it.
So I swear to God, from Wisconsin Dells to Rockford, it's kind of hilly there.
Yeah, or from Wisconsin Dells to Hudson.
Yeah. Yep. So we got fuel in Wisconsin Dells, and then started just going along. Sunday night, like midnight, millions of semis.
Yeah.
Nonstop. It's like, what are you guys doing on Sunday night at like 10, 11 midnight?
Country don't stop, bro.
No, I guess not. Evidently not.
That's when their week starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. But like, it's kind of hilly there, and that's where I started getting pretty delirious and like hallucinating, and like I'd swear that we were going in circles.
Yeah.
Just because it's the same kind of like curves and hills and back up. I thought we were going in circles, and I thought like somehow we passed a semi twice though. Like they must have stopped at a truck stop or some sort, because it had like a million cab lights on it.
Yeah.
It looked terrible. Like it was over too many cab lights, and we passed him. He passed us once, and then he passed us again. And so like that's not helping my situation at all.
Yeah. They pull into rest stops, and then you keep going, and then they pass you.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Because on those hills, like the semi guys, they don't care.
No.
They're going for it.
Yeah.
And like, so like dad said he could tell when I was starting, like I wasn't falling asleep, like I wasn't sleeping, but your mind is just kind of shutting off, to where he said like sometimes you just randomly, I just go down to like 50 miles an hour
And just zone out.
and then come back to it and like back up to 65.
Oh man.
And like coming up to an overpass one time where it was like overpass, and like I could not tell the difference between like the sky and the overpass. So it was like just like space.
Is this just a giant block of overpass?
Of space, and it's like, oh my God. So I highly advise, like, don't drive fatigued.
The one time coming home, got to Wisconsin Dells, it was like freezing rain before that, and then started to snow.
Yeah.
In my Dodge and the trailer behind us, and 45 mile an hour all the way from Wisconsin Dells to home. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It sucked.
So then I ended up I drove to the cities. Like I was able to make it to the cities. But that's what the oddest thing is, like when I'd like come to, like sometimes I'd be like, we've been driving in circles. And like we'd been seeing like signs for like Minneapolis, St. Paul. And like I swear we hit the same Minneapolis, St. Paul 50 miles sign 3 times.
Yeah. It like there's a stretch there. It's like Minneapolis 90 miles, and then it's like it feels like forever, and then it's like Minneapolis 80 miles.
Dad said the same thing.
Yeah.
I swear to, oh my gosh. And then so we finally get into the cities, and then my phone dies.
It's pretty easy. You just take 694 and then go up and around.
Not when you're hallucinating. It's not very easy. And then so I thought I had it plugged in the whole time, but maybe Dad's like a cigarette lighter in the Dodge burnt out or something. So I thought I had it plugged in. We get into the cities, and we're like on Highway 10 West. It's like, okay, Dad knows that road. And it's funny because I was just talking to Dad like hours before of working in the cities back in the day, like in the early 2000s, distribution pipeline and stuff there. Like, how'd you guys get around? And like
Maps.
Well, you had maps, and so then it's pretty funny on how it worked out when we were going through the cities, and Dad's giving me directions. So we finally get to, the phone's dead. We finally get to a little gas station to put fuel on and try to re-establish ourselves of what's going on.
Late as hell.
Late as hell, like midnight.
Yeah.
Midnight, 1 o'clock. Yeah, maybe 1 o'clock. And then, so my phone's dead. I'm out of it. I'm freaking out. My phone's dead. We had no GPS in the cities. Lost. I'm lost.
Oh, yeah.
But we're on Highway 10 West. And then, so we're at the truck stop there, or the gas station. I pull the generator out of the trailer to plug my phone into to try to get, it was so dead that it takes like 5 minutes to get charged though, before it turns on. So we didn't have enough time there. Throw the generator back in. Now Dad finally jumps in the driver's seat to drive the rest of the way home from the city. So I drove from Maine to Minneapolis.
Oh, man.
So we're coming up on like 42 hours awake now.
Yeah.
And then, finally I grabbed the computer out of the back seat and plugged my phone into that USB to my phone. And after about 5 minutes of like slowly kind of driving around, looking at all the road signs and everything, it's like, we're still on Highway 10 West, but we don't know where we're at.
Yeah.
My phone finally turns on. It's like, oh, we're actually on 10 West and we're just south of Becker. It's like in 5 miles we're gonna hit Becker, Dad, and then Becker or St. Paul. And
Yeah.
there you go. But we could not figure out like where we were.
Yeah.
And so once we finally got that established, and then I fell asleep before we even hit Becker. And like I remember laying there in the Dodge, like just bouncing away, just bouncing away and just humming, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to fall asleep like this.
That's the best. That loud hum.
No, my ears are still ringing.
The shaking.
It's
The drone and the shaking.
my ears are still droning.
Just
Like,
put you to bed.
So, but I fell asleep before Becker, and I did not wake up until we hit the Pete's Place South in Bemidji.
Nice.
That's a nice little snooze.
That's a good little snooze.
Dad said I woke up like twice, and I said just some complete like
Just some nonsense.
some complete word vomit nonsense. And Dad said like, I didn't even reply to you. He said, you didn't make any sense at all. I didn't even reply.
Oh, that's funny.
Because,
amazing.
Like, I remember waking up at one time though, like maybe in Bemidji, and I thought for some reason we had turned around and we were going to another snowmobile race. And like, I think I said in Bemidji, I'm like, are we going home?
Oh, shit.
But even Dad said like, Dad had got, I think in between Cleveland and Chicago there, I think he slept like three hours after Chicago, maybe slept another hour.
Yeah.
So he had slept there for a little bit. But even in when I told him and Mom that I was like starting to hallucinate, even he said, after Akeley, I swear I seen these black dots run across the road.
Yeah.
And like, so he's like, yeah, I was feeling it a little bit too. But so that was kind of funny that he said the similar thing. But yeah, about like 5:30, finally rolled into Gonvick in the morning.
Goofta. Monday morning?
Monday morning, yep. So a trip of a lifetime.
I should have gave you a call. What are you doing?
Yeah. So, thanks to Kyle though for giving us a easy pass.
Yeah, the interstate.
The interstate. Like there's like 10 toll booths in Chicago.
Yeah.
Just stealing money.
You would have had to stop and pay and then go and pay again.
Just stealing money.
Yeah, you just fucking blitz it.
So this little, I don't know how it works.
It's the magnet thing on the arches.
And just this little thing we had on the dash that you'd pull up to it and just go. What about the ones that you just drive through? You drive through at 70 miles an hour. Like
Blinks.
it takes a picture of it or what?
No, there's something like a transponder.
Weird. So weird. But yeah, that helped out awesome. So we really appreciated that.
Nice.
I've done this before.
Yeah.
You know what you're
I
doing.
understand why Kyle didn't come home very much when he was working out in New York.
Oh, yeah, no shit.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
Oh, that's a terrible drive. So that's where props to like Chip Beatty and those
Yeah.
guys making that drive here for
That's insane.
for the snowmobile races. Also, shout out to Chip Beatty because Dad left our jack stand out there.
Oh no.
So
Nice.
I messaged him in the middle of the night on Saturday night. I was like, will you please grab our jack stand and bring that to Minnesota for us, please? So, but
Like, I would have texted back $50.
But no, it was a fun trip to say I would just wish it would have been an Ice Le Mans race. Mm-hmm. That was just Mother Nature just doing its thing, just snowing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday out there. And they said, like when Herf raced out there last year, it was pouring rain.
Yeah, right.
But it was an actual Ice Le Mans race to a certain extent. And yeah, they said, yeah, we haven't got snow like this in like 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah. Sounds like a hell of an adventure.
it was.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was.
Cool.
So,
Happy to be home.
oh my God. So I'm a,
God,
I'm
never
a-
looked so good.
yeah, I'm a Flatlander from Minnesota, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
Straight roads are cool.
Yep, straight roads. I don't care to see the hill of Gully for weeks on end.
Yeah. The Gully Hill ain't nothing special.
No. So, yep. So yeah, thanks again to Scott Preston. So any Minnesota guys that want to go out east and race, like shoot Scott Preston a message. Super, super nice guy. They run a good program out there. So yeah, I advise anybody that likes driving to drive out there.
Scott, can you come start doing races around here?
So he said he's been doing it for, I think this is his 4th year now. So
Nice.
yeah. But Scott, he's got a full-time job too.
Yeah.
So this is just his side kind of gig he's doing too. So, but yeah, it was a trip. It
Hell
was
yeah.
a trip. So thanks to Dad for bearing the week with me stuck in Canada. And I don't know, we'll be able to look back on it and it'll be
Oh, hell yeah,
Be able
totally.
to laugh about all of it
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
much. But yeah, going through it though, it was hellacious.
Hellacious.
So, how far are we in, Brody?
2 hours, 40 minutes.
Oh wow,
42 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that was our Soo recap, East Coast recap. Hopefully the camera's still working.
Hopefully.
We had that trouble last time. So yeah, we got Ditchbringer National coming up this weekend. Brody Arlo's coming down there.
Yep.
He's gonna vlog for us.
We're going to try to be the film guy,
Yep.
the cameraman. You're going to hear me talk about Israel a lot in the background.
I may be going to do a Carbide podcast episode while we're down there. in
Yeah,
the
that'd be
cities.
cool.
I'll be in the background screaming.
You got any PB&Js up in here?
Oh my God, it's the Carbide podcast guy.
Where are them Uncrustables?
We'll see. I might just leave you and Dad at
You
at
got
the
any
hotel.
beer in here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
I don't give a shit.
yeah. Maybe you guys just hang out.
Yeah, we
Orange juice? Who drinks orange juice?
So yeah, looking forward to that. Ditchbringer National this weekend. Watch the build videos on building up to that. Hopefully have one out today or tomorrow or the next day of putting the shocks on, getting it running, clutching changes, whatnot. So Kyle, you got anything else to add?
I thought there was something, but I'll remember it when we're done.
As soon as we turn it off.
It's my daughter's birthday on Friday.
Oh yeah.
She's turning the big 2 years old.
Yeah. Shout out Addie, 2 years.
Well, Adderall.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So big
Too bad you're
birthday.
going to sell her.
Yeah, I know. No, I got to afford that KX,
300.
whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it's gonna be.
No, it's her birthday party on Saturday, so I will not be at the ditch banger.
Yeah. But yeah, Jesse Hellstrom's gonna be down there, so we're gonna be able to battle with Jesse.
I did get the offer to go Lincoln this weekend too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh
Can't.
no.
Got got big birthday plans.
Yeah,
you
big
know,
birthday plans
big
going
party plans.
on. But yeah, that was everything I pretty much wrote down. I mean, it's going to be
It's a long episode.
Pretty good
so,
episode,
yeah.
but it makes up for missing last week.
Totally.
And then we've been on a hiatus. So yeah, next week, Ditchbanger National recap, whatnot. Go from there. So
Hell yeah.
anything else to add, Brody?
Thanks for all the fans.
Yep.
You guys are awesome.
Yep. So, all right. Thanks again, everybody. We appreciate it.
See ya.